Okay, okay.
Bam, we're live.
You know, I knew you'd be wearing that shirt. I knew it.
Happy. Is it today the 4th?
Nope. I want to believe it's tomorrow.
It is. You believe what you want.
Susie, you hanging out today? You staying with us?
I think so.
Hey, good.
Hey.
I watched a bunch of your videos. I'm prepared.
Perfect.
Except
I watched a couple too.
Oh, shit. I printed out the wrong notes. Ay, ay, ay.
Show is not live anymore. Turns it off. What the?
God. It's okay. I got a backup copy of it.
Right onto the casting couch.
I just. Hey.
Come on, that was
Hiller,
my family's couch.
Hiller, on one of your shows, you were like, this isn't going to be like one of those shows where they talk about how good people are or what place they took. I'm going to go deeper. Was that a dig at my show?
Absolutely not a dig at your show. Because I want to say that on your show, you do go deeper. It's the deepest show on the internet, Sevan.
Thank you.
In all facets of depth.
Do you want to start with the Liver King?
Sexual innuendos. We're talking Liver King?
Do you want to talk a little bit about Liver King? I have two things I want to bring up that are non-HillerFit, but they are HillerFit. Let's
go Liver King.
Okay. Could you pull up Mark Bell's Instagram? Thank you. Why are people obsessed with the Liver King and steroids?
Because he's claimed that he's natural, and he's clearly not natural.
Well, people have asked.
Sevan, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know him from a previous life?
No, I don't know. What do you mean a previous life? Before I did CrossFit, I just know him from the last couple of years. He's an Instagram friend and and I text with him, and I mean, I like the guy. I would like to think that we're in the courtship phases of a friendship. I would say a couple of years of.
I know he's been on your show before. Is he gonna like come after me and hunt me if I say some shit?
No, I don't think he cares.
Oh, okay.
I
watched that show with Hiller, and he's come to the freaking spear, and he's like, "This is what primals do." It kills me.
Liver King. I didn't even see him at the UFC last night.
I think it's on his Instagram.
Liver King was wild
on his story.
So, I don't. The guys that I have known who've done steroids look nothing like him.
What do they look like?
They just look like just big giant dudes. I mean, the guys who've told me that they've done it, you know what I mean? They don't look all shredded like him. So I'm not saying that he doesn't. But all those bodybuilders that do steroids, I guess, look like him. But before I go there, what is the fascination with him and steroids? Because they think that he's implying that if you train like him and take the ancestral supplements, that you'll look like him.
How often does he promote his supplements, or are there just links?
I never see him promote it. I never see him promote it.
I don't think he does. And honestly, when he does, a lot of times he says, "Go to your local butcher and get the organ straight from the source. And if you can't, this is a second option." And I've only seen that a couple of times.
But let's just make it even bad about him. Let's say that's just a tactic. That's just a strategy, a psychological strategy.
There's two avenues to take on this, and number one is either he's natural and he's correct and doing everything that he says got him to where he's gotten. Or two, he's completely full of shit and he's selling his stuff. So there's two routes to take. Let's say I want to look like the Liver King. I either
nice shirt, Hiller. Nice shirt.
We talked about this already.
All right.
Well, yeah,
it's so funny. I almost wore that same shirt too.
That would have been awesome.
Okay, so either he's not juiced up or he's.
So the roots are you either are going to the butcher, buying the liver, and doing the whole Liver King deal, and you're pulling the sled with 35 pounds of chains on your neck, and you're like, I'm training like the ancestors would, and you're in belief, and he is promoting something that is truthful, or B, it's all bullshit, and he's selling his supplements. And that's really, in my head, the only two ways to look at it.
Right.
And you think that he is truthful, and that's cool. I think he's being truthful.
I don't. I mean, if you were to put a gun to my head and be like, "Hey, is he juiced or isn't he juiced?" I'd go with he's juiced.
Okay.
I go with juiced.
You got me.
Yeah, you got me.
But what does it matter?
You got me.
But I don't hold my opinion. I mean, I know Joe Rogan is on steroids. I know that, well, or he's on something. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know he's on something.
I believe it's TRT, and I think he's claimed to
TRT.
do HGH.
Yeah, something's wrong with his skin and his blood pressure and the shape of his body. It's not like my brain looks at it and it's like, hey, that's not normal. That's not like I'm not looking at it. And Mark Bell's definitely, you know, I think
he's also on TRT. Yes,
I think he's open, and he doesn't. My brain looks at him and doesn't. There's like some a Southern California, like I guess like plasticity component to it. Like I don't know what it is, but my brain is like, wait a second. I have to, when I look at these guys, I have to do some.
Well, Mark Bell also used to be like 300-pound bodybuilder, big, right?
Yeah.
And the reason he might look a little different is because now he's just on the hormone replacement therapy and he's smaller, so he might have an odd appearance being that much smaller. He's like 2/3 the size he was.
Yeah, it's not that it's odd. It's just it doesn't register.
There you go, Liver King, right next to him. Good comparison.
Oh, that's awesome that he went to the ranch with him. Liver King's abs are fake. He did mention as a kid doing thousands of reps on the ab wheel. My personal assessment after touching them, hey, now is that they are not fake, but they are unreal.
You've touched his abs?
I have not. I just read Mark Bell talking about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I can't read that. It's too small on my screen.
What a weird thing to say that someone's abs are fake.
I think those are real abs.
Can you get ab implants? Would that be the only other thing implied?
Everybody used to say that Schwarzenegger had calf implants. Which, when you hear stuff like that, it's always in my head a compliment to that person, especially when clearly those aren't fake.
Hey, Mark, that is not the way I would have touched his abs.
No.
You would have rubbed something on him, right?
Dude, I would have spit on my hand first and used these two fingers. I'm a fan of the Liver King. I really like both those guys. It's really cool seeing both of them in the same shot.
Yeah, they're cool.
I just don't get why anyone cares. It's so bizarre to me. Or when people say it's not ancestral to fly in a G5, it absolutely is ancestral to fly in a G5. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
All right, give me more. I want to hear about
it.
What?
I want to play the whole thing for you up at the top. Play that last clip that he put. Oh shit! So Mark Bell is wait.
Oh yeah, he was hanging out. Yeah. He was
wow.
hanging out, man. They were down there. There's clips on their boat and stuff like that. He got a bunch of stuff with him. He spent time with them.
Oh, listen to what Mark Bell says. This guy Liver King is for real. He's a hell of an entrepreneur. Excuse me, entrepreneur. He has a hell of a lot of manure. He's approaching 9 figures. So 7 figures is $1 million, 8 figures is 10 million, 9 figures is 100 million. When I got the text message from, fuck, I can't remember the guy's name right now. He was Rose's right-hand man. He used to work out in Eric Rose's gym with him. Jason Wood? Jason King? Jason. Do you remember who that guy is?
Jason Kidd. No. I have no idea. Jason Kidd's a point guard for the Nets. Suze, I sent you a link of the Liver King on showing the type of steroids he takes.
Anyway, he said
210 on that video.
In my DMs, he goes, "Hey, I'm friends with a guy who will write Greg a check today for 10 figures to buy CrossFit. This is not a joke." And he was referencing Eric Rose. Fuck, what the fuck is that guy's name? Why can't I remember your name? He's a nice guy too.
Apparently, all the money in the world can't buy it.
He used to sell chips.
Recognition.
He used to sell chips for Whole Foods or 2 Whole Foods. God damn it! What's the man? He still works at CrossFit. I think he works for Justin. Anyway, and so this guy's worth, according to Mark Bell, this guy is like somewhere between $10 and $99 million, his revenue. And someday he'll be a billionaire. So I think there's a lot to be learned from this man from that perspective and many others. So when I read that, what Mark Bell is doing is like, hey, I met him. I like him, but I don't believe that he's not on steroids. That's what Mark's saying, right? I met him. I like him. I like his business acumen. I don't know what that word means.
Did you just summarize this massive writing right here?
So I think there's a lot to be learned from this man from the perspective of many others. From what I've seen, his wife doesn't need to be rescued or his children Rad and Striker. Me and my brother got to check out Liver Lake House and Liver King Ranch, which is over 500 acres. This is a high energy, positive guy that loves to have fun. We went on his boat, shot a bunch of amazing guns, and I even broke one of many of his razors in a mud pit. We also ate together, lifted together. His physique is beyond impressive. So there's a lot of steroid allegations. I asked his very direct about any and all performance enhancers. He said that he doesn't and has never. He was 175 in college and is now 190, 195. He's 45 years old. Even though that's not a huge guy, when you're 5'7", that's really amazing. I can't believe he's 5'7". I know a 5'5" guy when I see one. I don't think so. In fact, I've been single digit. Blah 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 blah. I just like him. Every interaction I've had with him has been positive and upbeat, and I don't care. I don't understand what the obsession is with steroids. I guess.
Well, it doesn't matter. It just depends on kind of the effects it would have on the people. I know rather closely an individual who goes to the butcher weekly to buy bones and marrow and just keeps them in the fridge. And it's because this individual wants to do what the Liver King is doing, appear like the Liver King appears. And is it disingenuous? I don't know.
Was there a downside to it?
No, it's just monetary. He could possibly be wasting money, but if it's not affecting him that way, then whatever. It's like an alcoholic, Sevan, or a heroin addict. Why do they do it? Because they want something out of it. They want to chase the high. So is it affecting them? Are they living on the streets? I guess.
Oh, yeah. Side effects there might be worse chasing heroin.
So is there anything you see on him when you see him sitting right there that you're like, yeah, that's steroids, like the color of his skin or his forehead development or any of those veins or
he has extremely underdeveloped legs, which is interesting to me, considering the fact that he does kind of CrossFit-esque functional training. And it just the ab development and the shoulder development doesn't really make sense in relation to the leg development. But looking at him, it's hard to tell when you just look at somebody and say, hey, that indicates that they're on steroids. Like there was a certain CrossFit athlete that a bunch of people had sent me information. It's like, look at this person's acne. Like that doesn't mean that they're on steroids. It may be, how many people do you know that just have acne? Like, well, it's on their back. Yeah, I know a bunch of people who have acne on their back. It doesn't mean anything.
I don't have any now, but I've had some before.
Yeah. And also this person happened to be younger. So whatever.
And I've never knowingly taken steroids, by the way.
Never knowingly.
Yeah.
Everyone tainted your supplements. And that's why your arms look the way they look.
The handful of pills.
Something's tainted.
Handful of pills. Wait a minute. I got something. The thing that I usually look for is the timeline of things. So you said that he was 175 in college and now he's 191 as a 40-year-old man. I mean, is that weight, that lean mass increase, something that's expected and capable to be done? It's hard to believe that he put on about 20 pounds of lean mass into his 40s. That it's just something. And then also, if you go look at his profile, there's nothing prior to maybe 1 year ago, maybe 2 years ago on any of his social media, which is another indicator. You look at the timeline of their life. That's the things that I like to look for rather than the side effect profile.
If I could squat what Annie Thor's daughter could squat and clean and do all that, I would fucking make her look like she doesn't work out. Her lower body doesn't look like she's ever squatted in her fucking life. She got a narrow, skinny ab, no fucking quad development, no fucking calf development, and she's just a fucking set of the Batman abs. By the way, I think Annie's
got a roast session.
No, it's not a roast session. I find her body extremely beautiful and perfect. But I'm just saying, in relationship, you're saying his legs are underdeveloped. Here we have one of the most fittest women in the world, and her legs are as smooth as fucking they're as porcelain.
Yash has a pretty good comment there. He may be holding his body fat well, which is something that some people.
So you're starting to think he's not juiced?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
So
you have not unfucked me.
No.
No. I'm just playing devil's advocate because I think it's the only way to play any situation. But I still don't think that he's natural. I just don't think that it does him any service in his life to say that he's using anything.
Okay, so he's trying to sell supplements. There's an implication that Yeah, God, Annie's body's amazing.
Yeah, I just want to bring that up to show that real quick.
Her legs aren't as small as you say either. I don't think.
They're not small. They're just not developed. They're not. There's not like bumps on them and shit.
Well, other than that one female that we know in the CrossFit space, not many females' legs look defined like male legs. Would you agree?
Yeah, not as much. And hers are more defined than any male's legs I've ever seen.
Really?
I think someone told me that she doesn't want. We're not allowed to talk about her. She has a rule unless we ask her first. And I kind of never.
Well, we could talk about that.
I kind of never want to talk about her again because she said that.
You know, Seth Stovall on CrossFit Mayhem Justice. He's got very nice leg development. I knew before he blocked me on Instagram.
Hey, some dude blocked you. You like that girl that we were talking about. Her name starts with a C. Caravu.
Yeah, Cohen, something like that.
Her ass is separated from her, like the other stuff, the quads and the hamstrings and the like. I've never seen that on a dude unless he's like walking through the desert and hasn't eaten in 30 days.
Do you know what? I believe it's a myostatin deficiency. I knew an individual in high school who had a legitimate, I believe that's the terminology. I'm about 70% sure. Myostatin deficiency, which is the regulatory hormone which keeps you from growing too quick.
Yeah.
And if I were to look at her and if I were to believe that she's natural, the only way that would be true.
You don't think that chick's natural? The chick we're not supposed to talk about?
I didn't say that. I said that
she said if you were to believe she's natural.
Is implied.
In my life, I have met somebody who had something which would lead me to believe that that is also what she's got going on.
And that she's not juicing.
Correct. That would be likely. Oh, I mean, in my realm, which is narrow, I would assume compared to some people, that's the route that I would have to believe it from.
Sir, your car has been overheating regularly this summer because your myostatin is not working properly and it's not operating and sending coolant to the rest of your car. Oh, okay. Myostatin. I just saw a thermometer. Not up anyone's ass, just in a car somewhere. Okay. Can you play that a little bit of that clip? I want to watch Hiller's face when
the one that I was just on.
It's the very top. It's the very top. I think it's the most recent clip.
This
right there. Yeah, here we go.
He made a pretty interesting statement on his show.
Have you seen that bloke that eats the raw?
No, that's again like that guy.
It just looks ridiculous. He's got a plate of hearts and it just looks weird.
He's got an ass filled with steroids, is what he's got.
What do you think of that comment?
First of all, I just want to say I think he's incredible. I think that
what a good dude.
I couldn't be more grateful that he's talking about me. Joe Rogan said, this guy that I hold in the absolute highest regard, irrespective of the light he's painting me in. Look at how happy I am. You know, look at how many people that have never heard of me. How now
Liver King? Who? Right?
This is one of the greatest feelings. I also just do want to say I think that him saying that is dangerous. You know, I want to set the record straight. I would love the opportunity to talk to him face to face, to really get deep into the 9 ancestral tenets. What I'll share back with you, then I'm just gonna face it head on. I don't touch this stuff. I've never done this stuff. I'm not gonna do this stuff.
What stuff?
The ass full of steroids that he talks about.
You've never taken steroids.
Never taken steroids. I've never done PEDs other than prioritize, execute.
Yeah, Hiller.
The other day, somebody said something about growth hormone. Somebody said something about insulin.
But listen, could you pause a second? We have a whole world of people right now who are justifying killing fetuses. And so anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Are we done listening to it? I was into that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
What about designer drugs that nobody can fucking detect?
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What about that, Liver King?
And there's all these peptides too.
Joe Rogan made a pretty.
That's it.
All right. I love his gratitude towards Joe Rogan talking about him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Every time I see anybody saying anything about me on the internet, I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, I just saw your Reddit video is fucking awesome.
I'm just like, holy shit, I've got Reddit threads on me.
Yeah. Fuck. You're so lucky.
So when Liver King is talking about, I'm just happy that they're chatting about me. I feel the same way.
Chelsea says no steroids, just SARMs. But he said no PEDs, right? Basically,
that ass full of steroids.
But then he said he's never taken any PEDs either. SARMs or PEDs and peptides or PEDs and all that.
Growth hormone he mentioned, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what Sarah Cox would think.
Should we get her on the show?
She won't come.
Phone
on
a
the show.
friend. Phone a friend and ask.
Hey, have you,
Oh, this is the girl's name that we can't say right here.
I said so we won't say it.
You can.
We'll
I just
just
can't.
read it.
I just can't. I don't want to be in the New York Times again for harassing someone with a vagina.
You know what? Building off what we just said, I'll be in the New York Times. Vicky Caruso.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we've said her name,
I already said that. I believe that she could be natural. So fuck it.
Can we look at her Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, don't look at this. Is just for Hiller and I to look to talk about her legs versus Annie's legs versus Liver King's legs. You guys don't look at this because she doesn't want anyone looking at her Instagram unless they ask.
Where did you read this? Why is this a thing?
Someone sent me like a video or something where she's like, I don't want anyone talking about me unless they ask me. Okay, look at
This one.
Well, then don't put your pictures on the internet for the world to see.
Okay, now can you pause that? What is that hanging out of her shorts?
That is part of her upper hamstring.
Okay.
Like some good old fashioned hammy.
That is awesome.
You've seen a dude who has that? A guy?
Yeah, I don't want to say his name, but I knew him in high school, and the dude would touch a weight and he would blow up.
Fuck, I wish I had a deficiency, whatever that deficiency.
Yeah,
Does it shorten your life at all?
There's a SARM that'll do that for you. It'll inhibit your body's ability to slow down your muscle growth.
Have you ever had anyone put their finger in your ass, Hiller?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it was all right.
Little oil check. Oil check.
It was one of those where it's like you don't know what's gonna happen, and then it's like, am I that kind of guy? And it's like, nah, I don't think so.
A few years ago, I had a dude.
Are you that kind of guy?
A few years ago, I had a dude put his finger in my ass, and then
a dude.
Yeah.
Was it a doctor? Was it a doctor?
Yeah. I mean, he said he was. It was he said he was. I wasn't like he said he was a doctor. Is at a hospital? Yes. It was like
Johnny Sins also says he's a doctor sometimes.
It's not even a real hospital. It's like one of those places that's just like you know where you pull off to the side of the road. It's like just a bunch of. It's like an offshoot of a hospital.
It's maybe a porn set.
It's like the McDonald's of prostate checks. It's like a drive-through.
And then after he's done putting his fingers in my ass, he sends me a note saying that he didn't. There's something in there he felt that he thinks he needs another dude's opinion on, and so I had to go to another dude, and he stuck his finger in my ass.
I'm assuming this is another doctor.
And I don't know.
Or they're just like, this is great. You got to try this guy out.
And they told me that whatever they felt wasn't perfectly round, but it was fine. It was normal.
It's irregular, which is entirely justifiable from what I assume you were going there for.
Oh, so I can't. So then now I just when I saw Ricky was taking those SARMs, I looked up the side effects. No. As I was checking out to buy them, the side effects said it could fuck with your prostate. And that's that thing that those two random dudes I told you about when they had their finger in my ass were touching.
Your prostate.
Yeah. And they were random dudes. I wasn't like, didn't like see a lineup of people and was like, you with the small hands. You with the big tits. Like I didn't even get to choose. I just walk in and there's a
small
dude
hands and nice smile.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is the websites that you could possibly be looking into. There are a handful which will tell you that it's beneficiary for your prostate as well.
No shit.
Like if you were to overdo the exogenous testosterone, there's a whole bunch of deleterious effects towards your prostate. But if you were to take the red 140, it's supposed to offset those. And there's studies going both ways.
Yeah, go back to that site again.
I'm not saying that either. Just got to making that clear.
Load the
just saying that no one knows what the fuck is going on with the SARMs. So,
okay,
but there is one that will give you the myostatin inhibitants.
Let's just watch her squat to the bottom since we're here, just for purely pleasure. Let's indulge in this.
God, that is awesome. That's so cool. What is that? 500 pounds?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
It looks like 255.
Man, she's a special human being.
Yeah,
I have so many nice things to say about her, but I don't want to say them.
260.
Would you rather touch her stuff or Liver King stuff?
Are you talking about legs?
Yeah. Like from her weight belt down, would you rather run like Mark Bell touched Liver King's abs, or would you rather run your hands on that?
Her hamstrings.
Liver King's abs.
It-
Exactly the way that you described it too. Liver King's abs.
yeah, that is just remarkable.
I've never felt abs like that. They just look harder than any abs I've ever seen. Like I touch mine, I'm like, they're kind of pudgy, kind of soft. I've always been like, I'm sure you've had a little bit of this, Evan. You look at bodies, you love bodies. You're like, God, wouldn't it be cool if I had that on me? And then you work towards that. It's like that male.
I stop at
towards.
just, damn, I wish I had that.
That's as far as it goes.
Hey, dude, I seriously have my thought. If I ever want to get in better shape, my first go-to thought is starve yourself.
That's an unhealthy pattern.
No, it's not a healthy pattern. I'd like to have Vicky's legs. I'll just stop eating for a month. That would be my.
That'll build up the muscle required to make it look like that.
I'm a broken man. I'm a broken man. Okay, so we've explored it. So your feelings about the Liver King are like good on you, but I'm not buying it.
He's got 1 to 2 million followers on Instagram, TikTok, and he's living his best life. He's super. I don't know. He's not doing anything harmful other than telling people to buy liver. If anything, he's supporting your local butcher.
Right.
And
It's true.
at which rate, there's totally in the spectrum of people doing wrong. He's not up there with the worst of them.
Right. Good job on the assault bike this morning. Those were good numbers.
Thanks. That's one of my favorite workouts.
Someone came to my house yesterday, a friend of mine, and said, "Hey, I want to see you row at 2,000."
Wait, that was on the show yesterday. Somebody told you to do that.
Yeah, and then another friend of mine came to my house and was like, "Hey, I want you to row at 2,000."
Uh-huh.
Did
I'm
you
like, I
hear it?
haven't rowed at 2,000 since I've been in my 30s. I'm 50 now.
50.
50.
How'd you do?
He got me to do it. So first I was like, there's no fucking way. My eyes were burning. I had just come home from Miranda's Fitness Fest, Street Parking's Fitness Festival, which was fucking crazy.
Did you work out?
No, I didn't. I just stood there and was like, this thing is huge. And the
Was
people there
was it at the ranch?
people were cool as
Yeah.
shit. You know who came to my house last night to watch the UFC fights?
Greg Glassman.
No, Kristen Clever and her girlfriend.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it was so cool.
On a scale from 0 to Greg Glassman, it's like an 8.
Dude, Kristen's body looks fucking nicer than it did when she competed. Her body's crazy. She was wearing a tank top. She was all fucking, and she looked like she may have gotten taller.
When's the last year she competed? Like 13?
I think so, yeah.
So
She
got an
said she was
extra decade of CrossFit under her belt. Makes sense.
Say that again?
She's got an extra decade of CrossFit under her belt.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And she was all tan and shit. And she told me that in 2013, like the day before the games briefing, the games briefing was on Monday. That Sunday she was playing basketball and she hurt herself.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and she says it was so fucking stupid. She said she shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't have been playing basketball. She said she was just too cavalier about it.
Yeah, outside sports are dangerous as shit.
Okay, well, okay, so Liver King,
That's why you should regularly do them, not randomly do them.
Hiller likes how rich Liver King is and likes that he's living a happy, fulfilled life, and he knows, not only thinks he's doing steroids, knows which ones he is doing.
I don't think that I said that precisely, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Okay. Wouldn't be surprised if
Again, like you said, gun to my head. Obviously. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Leave me
yeah.
alone. Get that gun out of here.
But if you don't put a gun to my head, I say he's definitely not on him. There's no fucking way.
I just don't understand the difference. Why? Because you like him so much that you want to believe.
Yeah, I guess.
Is Santa Claus real, Sevan? You tell me. No.
Kids, he's not real.
I wonder if it's part of his shtick, like the whole, facade around his Liver King and the steroids. Like if he just came out and was like, yeah, I took him a while back and I stopped, everybody would be like, oh, and they would kind of like go find the next thing to yell about.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Well, we live with, I remember being a little kid and finding out that they announced that like Milli Vanilli, it was a singing group, Hiller and Suze. I don't know if you guys remember them. And I was a little kid and they came out that they weren't really singing, that they were lip singing and it was someone else singing, and everyone just stopped listening to them and they pulled them off the radio. And I remember thinking, holy fuck, I live with idiots. Why would you care who's singing it if you like the song? It's like, let's say someone's just sucking your cock so fucking good, and it's going on for 10 years, and then you find out it's a dude.
You're telling me that you could last 10 years and it was that good?
Well, you know what I mean. It's multiple times. Great question. Great distinction. Like 6,000 blowjobs, and then you find out to do, and then instead of like coming to terms with, I guess I really like a fucking blowjob from dudes, you fucking all of a sudden hate the blowjob. It's fucking batshit crazy to me. Milli Vanilli, who gives a fuck who sung it? You danced to it at your 8th grade dance and loved it and kissed a girl. We kissed girls.
I'd like to say. I'm not going to say
not
that.
tongue, but just like a.
I'm not going to say that.
So
have you seen Yes Men with Jim
No.
Carrey?
No.
There's that scene where like that old woman wants to thank him for hanging up the portraits in her house, and she gives him a blowjob without the dentures in, and he's all about it. But he didn't. The whole thing is like you have to say yes to everything, and he says no at first, and then he says yes, and it's the best thing that ever happened. It's exactly what you're talking about. So he was just embracing it. He was like, okay, I'm into that.
Yeah, why? I don't get why it would matter to. I just realized at that point. Holy fuck! Seriously, we live with morons.
I think that sometimes.
Yeah, fair.
Mm-hmm.
You're very tempered and even keeled.
I think that I have extremes.
You do,
and it keeps me in the middle. So if I go really far here and then I go really far there, and then
you're so extreme, you're neutral.
Exactly.
I'm Andrew Hiller. I'm very extreme, which keeps me right in the middle. I'm extreme.
I try my best not to hang out in the middle. Don't hang out in the middle. Hang out on the extremes and the averages.
Okay. Fringe minority.
But we like the Liver King, right? We're okay with him. We're happy. We're
Liver
impressed.
King is the
I love the
fucking
Liver
man.
King.
He's so cool.
Okay in our book. Okay.
Yeah. That's my guy. Did the Barbarian because of him.
Did you think it was cool that Israel? Did you watch the fights last night?
I watched a whole bunch of stuff talking about his steroid abuse.
Oh yeah, he came out as a WWF character called The Undertaker, who I have no fucking idea who that is, and everyone was like so excited about it, and I thought it was completely. Actually, I didn't really have an opinion on it. But
Do you know what's ridiculous?
What?
WWF and E is huge, and it's all fake, and everyone knows it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know that, Sevon? You don't know anything about it?
I used to watch it as a kid. I went to WrestleMania 1.
Well, maybe that's the appeal, and then there's video games and stuff off of it. But
yeah,
we do most of our talking about a sport where everything is legitimate, awesome, and we're trying to make it as legitimate as possible. And they're struggling to like rub two pennies together. And then you have this thing with these two dudes who are literally putting on a spectacle, and everyone knows it's fake, and they can't like throw enough money at these people.
It's kind of WWE. I think of it as kind of like Cirque du Soleil, but with like a lot of falling down.
Yeah, they have a great storyline. That's what people want to follow. Is a great story.
So that's what I was saying. California hormones are going to be the next big thing because everyone knows that they're doing whatever they're doing. It's going to be a spectacle, a show, and it's going to be the next big thing.
We're going to make an awesome story around it.
Go to cahormones.com. The code is SEVON, and you will get a free blood work and a free doctor consultation. And
I don't know who this
I don't think a
is.
random dude will put his fingers in your ass. Say that again.
I don't know who this Sarah Cox is, but I think I do more for pumping up California hormones than you do.
Yes, you do, definitely. Sarah, the thank Hiller. Send Hiller $5 to us. You did your first live broadcast.
Yeah. I did. I was talking to Susan before you jumped on, and that was nerve-wracking. Well, I wouldn't say the second the camera turns on, it's fine. Right. And it's just like you're hanging out, like we're hanging out right now. But the hard part was listening to what was being said by the people who were with me, which were Travis and Natalie, and operating the screen.
Oh, yeah.
So Souza is the fucking man for operating the screen. Even like putting that little banner down there, the CA hormones, like that's not an easy task. You got to like leave the chat, go to the other thing, plug the button.
Click it.
Yeah, you can't even really look at the chat if you're going to be present for the show either.
No,
it's weird.
So hard. Yeah, you can't because you'll just kind of get sucked into it.
So
don't worry, Renee, I'm looking.
So Hiller, there's different reasons. So we don't think Vicky Caruso is on drugs. We suspect if someone put a gun to our head that we would choose that the Liver King might be on juice to the gills. Hey, does someone else know if he's juicing? Like, could you juice in a vacuum?
Liver queen.
Yeah.
First of all, you can't do anything in a vacuum. It's extremely uncomfortable.
Okay. Understood.
I was a joke. I made another video.
I
But
know, I
wait,
saw
so
that.
what are you getting at right here?
Like, does someone know? Like, he probably, if he's worth $90 million, he has a doctor. He's not just like.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a doctor who knows. His wife would likely know. His kids may know. And at which rate, why? I mean, does it really benefit anybody to out him?
I don't know.
Not his wife and his kids.
Definitely not.
I mean, his
So-
doctor, it's illegal, I want to say.
So, but say that again.
Isn't it
Yeah,
illegal for his doctor to out him? He can't
Yeah.
give away his medical information.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's so
That's illegal.
2010. It doesn't matter anymore. Dude,
Now you just get asked
dude,
at
to go to
Target.
McDonald's,
Wait
you
a
need
minute.
to show
Hey,
your
pull up
vaccine
that
passport.
comment from Renee. That's offensive.
Uh,
Yeah, that's offensive, Renee.
there's not.
Damn.
That's bullshit. I like when people say that I look like I'm using things because it's like a compliment.
I posted the power clean and somebody was like, Susan's on CA hormones.
Oh, fuck yeah, motherfucker.
So
pull up the one from Sean now. Because I'm all there. You go. That's more like it.
I
That's
am not.
offensive.
I am not natty. Ask your mom. Ask your mom, Sean, if I'm natty. Has anyone ever asked to touch your abs, Hiller?
Yeah, but it was high school,
That's still cool.
college.
No,
Back then,
no.
I was a little leaner.
No one's ever asked to touch my abs.
Is that? Well, I mean, we can make it a thing.
No, let's not.
Are you going
Okay,
down
so-
to street
I'm
parking
the-
today?
Yeah.
You guys are there. Please ask to touch Sevon's abs.
No, here's the even when I hug people, I have to have like a moment of zen. I'm like, no, I let them. I hug. I try to give good hugs, but I'm like, don't worry, they felt worse bodies or something. Like I have some mantra, like because I know they're gonna hug me and think they're hugging a can of Play-Doh.
You know that guy Lewis Howes you don't like?
Oh Jesus, Sousa.
What do your abs look like?
Like Rich Froning's?
Can I see?
No.
Can we see?
No. You gotta pay.
No.
That's behind the paywall. Okay. you
Hey,
guys
Uh,
subscribe
I
to
wish
the
you guys. I'm
newsletter.
farting like a champ right now. I wish you guys were in this room.
Aren't
God,
you
it
supposed
smells
to be fasting today.
It smells incredible. I am fasting today.
Lewis
That was
Howes hugs
yesterday.
his podcast guest for a full 10 seconds before they go on set.
He does.
Yeah, and I forget who was.
He didn't
on.
hug Greg for 10 seconds before he went on. I was there when Greg went on.
Oh,
We
he
went
didn't
to
hug
his
him for 10
apartment.
seconds?
No, we went
Is
to his
that-
apartment and went to a back little room, and Greg was on the show.
Are you sure that was Lewis Howes?
Yeah, it's the fucking woke dude who like wants guys to talk about their feelings and shit, and like he was like molested as a kid and stuff, and
Yeah, did that
that's
episode
his
ever
whole
air?
shtick.
Him and
What?
Greg ever air? Did that ever go up? I never
I'm
saw that.
sure.
I thought
I'm
I've watched
sure.
everything that Greg has been on.
No,
You're trying to
you
tell me
missed out.
there's a podcast host that hugs his guest for 10 seconds before every show, and Sevon shows up late to every show. How are you
Hey,
going to take over the world with that?
my dog was acting like he was gonna throw up in the living room as I was rushing to come out here, and I was like stopped for about 30. Well, Lewis Howes hugs his guest for 10 seconds. I stared at my dog for 30 seconds to assess if he was gonna throw up.
I don't want to hear your excuses.
No, you eat fruit. Just be smart. I just want people to be smart. Don't sit there and eat 6 pounds of grapes after you fucking had chocolate ice cream, thinking the grapes are helping you. This group, Hiller CrossFit Shoe Fly, that's a gym,
Yes,
and they had a team,
they had a team.
and one of the
It
dudes
was it didn't seem like very much of a team after the fact.
because the 3 people kind of turned on the dude who popped.
That intro in my video, which I believe one of the athletes, and I think it's Shayla. I kept on saying Sheila or Shaylin, but I don't know. Once I get a name in my head and I associate that name with that person, it's very hard for me to switch it. But I have been saying it wrong, but I believe she posted the video of the 3 of them basically saying, "We do not condone cheating." And everyone's like, it looks like a hostage situation. And it was just very weird. But I do guess I understand, because before Franklin went on the podcast with the Clydesdale, he didn't say anything to him. Like, I'm going to jump on this podcast.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
weird.
and then they're all like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
So a dude on their team tested positive, and then without talking to his team, he went on another podcast.
The way that I heard it is he didn't know he had tested positive. He was going somewhere for Father's Day, and then on the way there, his teammates had informed him that they had gotten an email saying that he had tested positive, and then there was no communication between him and the team until after the podcast.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's how I remember it. And
Your
all
wife
of that-
calls you and tells you that she found out you're cheating on her. You don't talk to her for 24 hours, but then she sees you on a podcast talking about it.
Yeah, so I guess I'd be pretty pissed too.
Hey, I want you guys to know over at Shoefly and Jalen, like seriously, anyone who cares beyond just the fact of talking about it and having fun is a fuck nut. Like, who cares? Just have fun. Stop making hostage videos. That video you guys made was so fucking weird. Just make fun of yourself.
I'm trying to find that video.
Just make
Just
a video
click
where
on
you're
mine.
like going into your car
Shoefly don't bother me.
yeah.
And then
Make a video where you go into your car and your camera pans over on accident and shows just a bag full of needles on your passenger seat. No one really, no cool people care. No, no cool people care.
I would agree. I actually didn't even want to talk about it. So I'm like, oh my God, here we go. More tainted supplements. And then I made 3 videos on it because everybody cares. And I'd be stupid to not talk about the thing that everyone cares about.
Well, it's important you make the videos because it's by no one cares. I mean, sorry, that's absolutely not a dig. I like the fact that Hiller makes the videos. You guys have to be extracted from the games. But like, besides that, just have fun. Just be like, I got caught. That's not really my dick. That's a sock in my pants. All right. Like it's okay. It's still good. Hiller makes the videos. It's still good that you had a good dialogue with this guy. Oh yeah, leave that up. You had a good dialogue with this guy in your comments. He was cool, Jalen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like,
you show that.
He's like, I didn't cheat. I'm not a thief. I'm like, hey man, that's good. I'm glad you gave the money back. And he goes, yep, I'm just gonna serve my time.
Hey, do you know that song where it's like, what's the name of it? You guys know it. It's old. It's like 10 years old. And it was a guy, he's like against a board and it's like painting on him. And he's singing a song about fighting with his girlfriend and she leaves him. And it's like,
is it by Gautier?
Yes.
Holy
You're so
shit.
great, Hiller.
Wow.
Yes.
How did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah,
These
that's
people
fucked
don't
up.
even look real to me. Look at this guy's beard is so fucking perfect. I feel like this should be like stop pedophilia commercial. or keep your laws off women's bodies commercial. Like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing.
Apologizing for racism commercial.
I want to see the video of them organizing this video.
I want to know what they're reading from.
Okay, you stand here. You stand
Off
here.
the screen, it's just someone with like an AK-47 standing there. It's like, all right.
It reminds me of the CrossFit gyms that had to do the we do not condone Greg Glassman's comments.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. These are those kind of people?
Yeah. Everybody had to fucking do it.
You know what I see? I see somebody.
I condone Greg's comments. Floyd 19, motherfucker.
We all know that you condone them.
Yeah.
Actually, we might not.
And I don't mourn George Floyd's death. Can you look up the definition of mourn? I don't mourn George Floyd's death. Not even a tiny bit. I never was like, oh my God, I'm so sad that he's gone. Never. You fucking dipshits. No, I'm not going to say it. I hope that no one ever on fucking high on drugs fucking runs over one of your fucking kids.
Oh,
Okay.
I hope the same thing.
Yeah. I hope nothing bad ever happens to you so you can live in your fucking fairy tale little fucking world. You fucking cunts. And I mean that with love and peace and hope that one day you won't be a cunt. I have faith.
I always try to put my head into the situation, understand what everybody's thinking that is so upset about said situation.
Yeah, they're scared. They're scared.
What are we not going to play that?
No,
we're doing the whole mourn thing.
Oh, feel or show a deep regret. Typically by fault. No, I didn't have that.
You know what?
Maybe for his mom. I mourn for his mom, but not for fucking him or his sister or his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or the bitch that he put the fucking gun to her stomach.
Mm.
Or poor fucking David Chauvin, the cop that fucking had to roll up on him and have his whole fucking life turned upside down. I'm mourning for that guy.
Wasn't that guy kind of a douche? Didn't he have like this bad cop record of doing a lot of other stuff like that? Shady
He did.
stuff?
I mean, supposedly he did.
Can't have two bad guys and vote for one bad guy. They both seem like
7. Would you be willing to
not high
admit that
integrity.
in relation to the George Floyd thing, you don't know him, and everything you've ever read has come from somebody else who might have an agenda?
Yes.
And at which rate, I don't give a shit either way, because I don't. If I knew him and I knew like let's say I lived with a guy and something happened, I could make my own opinion. But everything I've ever heard comes from either like you talking about it or some news station talking about it. And it's very hard for me to understand what could be going on because I don't have the introspective into that.
I did see this. I'll tell you this. I watched the videos of his previous last 3 arrests. In all 3 of his previous last 3 arrests before the one where he died, he yelled, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No. Okay. Yes. And in the third and in the second, in all 3 arrests, he swallowed the fentanyl he had. In the second arrest, the report states, and I didn't see a video of this, but the report states the doctor pulled George Floyd aside and said, hey, dude, you're lucky you didn't have cardiac arrest from eating this fentanyl. I was also told, and I don't know this for a fact, that the jury was not allowed to see any of that stuff from the previous arrest. I also saw the video where George Floyd's in the back of the car screaming, I can't breathe, and David Chauvin and the other cop, I don't know why they did this. They took him out of the car to help him because they felt bad because he said he couldn't breathe. At which point he started banging his head on the ground, at which point David Chauvin put his knee on his neck to hold his head to protect him from his head banging on the ground. That's what I saw. That's the video I saw.
What if he had asthma?
Right, all sorts of shit. But
what if he can never breathe because he's never exercised?
So it's like that guy who stuck his fingers in my ass was trying to check to see if I had something wrong with my prostate. And what if he would have misdiagnosed me and it led to me doing some sort of treatment that killed me? I mean, I can't. I don't think he did that on purpose. So, did you see the comparison, the simile, the metaphor I'm drawing to Mr. Floyd? But you're right. I like what you said.
I imagine there was somebody with a
Are you
camera
saying shut the fuck up and
like,
stop making opinions on other stuff and just go play with your kids?
Absolutely not, because it's exactly the same thing I do. I'm just trying to, have the conversation for him.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't take it personal, Sevon. It's not about you.
Look how mad you are. I got you. Good. What I imagine there
you have your finger in my ass, Hiller.
I'm there with my cell phone and I'm recording you with your fingers up your butt saying Sevon's cheating on his wife with his doctor. And then the whole world, now there's 2 different people like saying things about it.
Haley,
I would never do this.
Yeah, Haley, your husband lets dudes stick his dick. In your YouTube video, you spelled CrossFit with a lowercase f.
No, I didn't.
It's gonna be a problem.
Oh, let's go look.
That's right there. I did. It's right there.
Guilty mother. Try to fucking film me.
Yeah.
Talking about fingers in my ass. How about that? You got a lowercase f.
And then I capitalized the D in dirty for no reason whatsoever.
Can you pull up Hiller's YouTube page, Susan?
I've gotten shit my entire life for like not using the correct English, and I don't give a shit.
Did you do that on purpose?
Absolutely not.
Is that your? Where did you see the lowercase f? I saw it somewhere.
What I did do on purpose is I put Matt with 2 T's, and I knew that would drive people nuts. That was like I was really trying to drive people into help the algorithm. Like there's 1 T in Matt.
Oh, for when you were talking about Fraser.
Correct. Oh, on the GW video. That was from the last week though.
I really like CrossFit.
One more.
That's how I know I don't care anymore because I'm happy to see it with a lowercase f.
I won't click nowhere.
There we go. Right there. Middle. 2 T's. I know it's 1 T. I did that on purpose.
And you got Matt Fraser and contaminated supplements in the same thing. That's real solid clickbait. Craig Ritchie ain't got nothing on you.
Nothing.
And then it actually pans right to it there, which is good too, because it's like, hey, there he is. He's not fucking around with me.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
It's a good preview on that one. Good preview.
That Clydesdale podcast with that dude, Jalen, who I thought came across really nice. Do you think that's their highest rated podcast ever? Oh, did you hit 16,000? Did you hit 16,000?
I'm damn close. I'm short.
I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna unsubscribe, so you go back to 15.9.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
I'm at 15,951.
Oh my
50,
goodness.
49 away.
Mm-hmm.
If you drop anything as you ascend to the top, don't worry, we'll pick it up for you.
Got you.
We'll be right behind you.
We're racing to 100,000, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How can we check to see if that was Clydesdale's biggest podcast?
Type in Clydesdale and then sort by most popular.
Ah, thank you. You're a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Oh, look! I want you to look at this podcast real quick. It's fascinating to me, the color scheme. Scott is red, the girl is white, and the guy is black. Like something was wrong with the lighting. Scott looked like he had like painted war paint on his face, like he was doing red face. Did you see that?
Wait. What are you talking about?
Well, when you go to the podcast with Jayland on it, something was wrong with Scott's lighting or something.
Oh, go there.
Are you talking about a different episode?
No. The one with the dude on it who took the handful of pills.
Oh, he was shooting it in a down angle with backlighting. It's just not a good position. Oh, you're talking about Scott okay.
The interviewer.
Correct, yeah. It was weird. I don't know what was going on. It's hard to tell.
You did notice that too? It's just free
Yeah.
feedback for Scott. Let's see.
Their most
Jeffrey-
popular video is Daniel Brandon, by the way.
Oh, wait. Were they live right now? Are those guys live right now? See if they're live right now.
Oh, they are live right now.
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
just
Turn
pop
it
in
on.
for 7 seconds. Yeah. No more than 7.
Okay.
Let's see. What's going on over here at Clydesdale?
Oh, fucking ad.
I was going to say, that's
That
not
guy's
Jeff
about to
Adler.
get a finger in his ass. What'd you say, Hiller?
That's
Oh,
not Jeff Adler. There he is.
oh, Scott's not red today. Oh, and that chick has her hair down. Amy.
Wait, they're sponsored by the supplement company?
C4?
The fuck? I'd take the shit out of that stuff. Send me a fucking case.
We should be sponsored by Blue Rhino.
Is that an erection pill?
It's like a gas station erection pill.
It sounded like an erection pill. I didn't even know.
So see, Jason CF Media's in the comments. Will you make a comment over there, Souza? Great show, guys, or something.
Yeah, but
Jason-
I'm on my page. I won't be on.
Nice to see you. Nice to see your hair down, Amy. Something.
Renee, my most popular video is CrossFit and steroids. Sevon likes it so much. He's in the first 10 seconds of that video.
Yeah, I love it. Nice to see your hair down. Oh, good job, Souza. Good job. Fuck, that's awesome. Okay, let's see.
Because it's mine. It's not even the. It's just me.
Now,
Okay,
send
let's
Rick on
see
the
their,
podcast.
She laughed.
Yeah, she's like JR. She's like JR. She only gets 2 smiles per show, and she just used one of them up.
Got one.
Hey, and Carolyn's not going to let Adler say a fucking word.
She's not
If you have
gonna
any
let him-
questions, I'll take them. Jeffrey, shut it, boy.
Why does it
Shut
look
it.
like she's like this and he's down here? Yeah, guys, I made the games.
That girl's alpha is a motherfucker. I had her on the show. People love her. People love her.
She's like, go ahead, use the restroom, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, I got this.
She's going.
Yeah.
You know, in bodybuilding photos where you're trying to make one person appear like she's just in front of him. She's
She responded back.
yep. There's
Okay,
a
don't
word
get
for
us
it, I don't
canceled, Susie. You passed the 7-second mark.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I don't
go.
think they're gonna copyright. us,
Sevon,
right?
I don't know how I'm going to drill this into your head.
I'm 50. I'm 50, Hiller. I don't understand.
It's like popular songs or any music that might have a freaking stamp on it or movies.
But
The-
Clydesdale's fair game. Steal all their shit I want.
The Clydesdale is probably okay, and CrossFit Games are going to get a notification. And then the CrossFit Games hates you, so they're going to take it down. Like, hey, this guy
Cool.
used some of your fucking media, and then they're going to come after you because they want you in the dirt.
What was their most popular video?
Somebody told them that we were live streaming them right now.
Daniel Brandon.
We don't have our own content. We steal yours.
Just reacting to other live podcasts.
Let me see their most popular video. I want to see if it's the Royd one. I'm ready to do a Royd.
Daniel
video.
Brandon. For the
Daniel
10th
Brandon
time.
was the most popular. We're gonna see number 2. Hold on, let me sort it here.
So hot chicks and roids.
Sums it up.
Let's see.
I mean, she's more than a hot chick, but the hotness is like a good part of it. Like if she had done that video with a bag on her head, it wouldn't have 1.6K views.
It might.
Looks like it's
depending
all
on the
girls.
title.
depending if where the hole was placed on the bag.
That's your words, not mine.
She needs to breathe. Don't be an asshole.
Paper bags are all right. I mean,
They are. I don't. Okay, so the steroid one's not even.
it's
No,
not
it's
up
not even
there.
on there. No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Interesting.
Oh, and Danielle Brandon's got a few in the that are high ranked on there. I'm texting Danielle right now and asking if she'll come on my show.
Yeah.
Did you see? The girl that I did a video on, Amanda Hari?
I
Yes.
did.
What do you think about her?
I had heard about her. I had heard about someone independent filming when Dave was speaking. You probably told me, Souza.
Yeah.
There was someone independent there filming, and then I had never heard of her again. And then I saw her. I don't know what I think yet. What do you think? I think she's just trying. I think she's just trying to. I think she's when I look at her work, I see someone who is trying. She's trying to get reps in. She's going for it.
Yeah, she's doing good.
Yeah,
That's all I noticed too. And
Yeah,
she's pretty good. She's just so fluent when she speaks.
Yeah.
Why can't I find the Jalen Franklin thing on their page? Did they take it down?
Mm.
No,
know what's
found it.
interesting,
Breaking news. It's got 1.1 thousand.
Savon will appreciate this. When I was chatting with Amanda for a while after the Castro meeting, and a while back, I remembered I'd come on. I saw her because something on Dabo was reposted because she's like a news anchor, like an actual news anchor. She goes out to spots and some homeless dude like attacked her during one of her things. Yeah, she's like doing it and you could see him kind of creeping and she's doing one of these and then he's like, like comes in and goes to like mess with her and she's like, and then they have to like push him off. And I asked her about that and she says they go out there now with security every time. And it's almost like the news thing because she was saying, and another one of my members is a camera guy for Channel 7 News as well too. And he said it is not uncommon, especially in these last 2 years, that you roll up San Francisco, Oakland, Richmond, those areas, and they'll freaking just come steal all your camera equipment right then and there.
Yeah, I believe
just
it. I
jack
fully
you
believe
right
it.
there and be like later. And then the news van's like, okay, we're headed back to studio. We got our stuff stolen. So once that happened a couple of times, they're like, all right, we have to put a security like personnel with you when you go
How
out
we
live on
used
the
to think
street.
of South America is now here. It's called San Francisco.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Is it dangerous in South America?
I mean, I don't know.
Dangerous
I
as
mean,
fuck in San Francisco.
it's dangerous. I'm just saying. I mean, there's places in South America that it's very dangerous. But like, if you drive through Tijuana and you park your car and get a burrito, your fucking car's, there's a good chance your car won't be there when you get out.
What's the point of having a car then? How are you
Just
going to do anything?
Car
with it?
swap, because everyone you just leave
Yeah.
your keys in it's a car swap.
Most people in San Francisco have little things that they plug on their window that'll say the car is empty. Please do not break my windows. No joke. If you leave like 20 cents in your cup holder and it's visible and you're gone for 3-4 minutes, especially if you're parked in the Tenderloin or right off of Market Street, cold.
Oh, Tenderloin, your toast.
Your shit's broken and it is right there stolen.
Hey, dude, Chicago's
Super
no
quick.
different. Don't act like it is.
Yeah, I won't go to Chicago, and I live 20 minutes away.
Yeah, Chicago's fucked.
Yesterday, Alexis and I were looking for something to do, and we're like, hey, you want to go to Chicago? But absolutely not. I will not go to Chicago. I'm like, right around here, I have a 0.01% chance of getting hurt or killed or having something stolen. In Chicago, the odds go up 100-fold. I'm not going there.
Jalen said something about Curtis Bowler not wanting better communications with CrossFit around the roid testing. I've always, from the athletes, the one thing that I've heard is that Curtis Bowler is super duper available. The roid guy, the drug guy, isn't that him?
So what do you hear then when you hear that athlete saying that? When you know what you know,
I just think, oh, he didn't do the research himself.
He didn't even try.
Yeah, he didn't even try to contact Bowler.
He wants someone else to do the work for him. Hey, make sure you know. Let us know exactly what we can take for the rest of time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Kenya Clark doesn't think Chicago's bad, and Cam is right. No chance in Chicago. That's exactly where it went. Chicago. When my car got stolen, did I tell you this? They found it with a couple AK-47s in it when they recovered it.
Fucking, you can't make that shit up.
That's crazy.
The worst part of it is they took it out of my driveway, and I'm like, okay, so the people where they found a couple AK-47s were just like in my driveway stealing my car at some point. I'm like, oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't walk out on that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, hey guys, get away from my car.
Yeah.
What happened with Ryan Jevning? So I want just to tell you guys real quick, for those of you who didn't see the video, this guy called into the show, who used to help us out with the show, Ryan Jevning, and he called in one time to a live call-in show, and he basically said, "Hey, I'm paraphrasing, but there's a lot of negativity around the videos Hiller makes and you make, and one of my friends doesn't really want me hanging out with you and Hiller anymore because you guys are negative." And he goes, "And I'm basically concerned for you and Hiller that I think eventually your fan base, because you are so negative, is going to turn on you," or something like that. He did say something really fucking weird when he called in. He said his mom used to call him an idiot, I think, and that so when Hiller says the word idiot, it triggers him. I was tripping when he said that. I should have dug in and been done a whole podcast on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, like, wait, hold on. Let's hang
It
out.
seems a little weird to call into a show and bring up your childhood, and then try to blame us for being negative because your mom calling you an idiot. But it was weird. But then 3 days later, he's the one that actually. My mommy said I can't hang out with you guys anymore. He's the one. Did you see Heidi's newest video about the E. coli in the water?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
She's getting out of control.
Good.
Then he fucking was the one who ended up attacking Hiller. So he predicted. He's like Nostradamus. He predicted someone was going to attack Hiller, and then 3 days later he attacked Hiller.
It's like seeing a wallet on the counter, being like, "Hey, you shouldn't leave that there. Someone's gonna steal some money out of it."
Yeah.
Go back by it and take it. I told you. I told you.
Hate to say I told you so. I warned you.
That's a trip.
It's fuck. It was the whole thing. Did you guys make up? Are you guys good?
Yeah, what happened with that?
You are?
Yeah. As soon as I put up the video on him, we chatted on the phone for a little bit. He gave me a little bit of perspective as to why he might have been doing that. And then all I said is, this is something that you should have tried to have done before you made a bunch of stories coming after me.
I honestly thought it was just because like you could see the so if I was in the media space and I was trying to hack to get my attention, number one, I would call into this show because Tavon will chat to give you some airtime. You could talk about some stuff. Number two, I would attack you because then you'll make a video.
Oh,
So
if you wanted attention.
I'm right to the rise to the top, baby. Yeah. And then if you followed that up with like a month of hard work and just loaded a bunch of content into your Instagram, so then that way, as the traffic went there was a library for them to go after.
Did he gain followers?
Oh.
I hope he did.
I don't
hope
know.
It worked.
I don't know what he was at before, so it would be pointless we could check, but
Training Think Tank made a video and it's called Holy No Reps Batman.
Yeah. Was that the wall ball video?
Could you pull up their Instagram? Now, this I've talked about Hiller about this, but with Hiller about this before. This and
who's Instagram?
and Souza also. This is what people should be doing. Don't just lean into it. They're just leaning into it.
Whose Instagram am I pulling up?
YouTube Training Think Tank. TTT. Yeah.
Got it.
I think it might be easier to lean into it when I'm friendly with you, because I am a big fan of Training Think Tank. And have I ever come after any of their athletes? Yeah, actually. And then I reposted her as soon as she did the right thing on my Instagram. That's my most popular Instagram post of all time. Her name's Anna. She was doing muscle ups at Granite Games. I had an individual at the Granite Games send me a video, go, look at this person doing muscle ups. I didn't know who the athlete was. And then, of course, people sent the video to her, found out who the athlete was. And then 2 months later, she's like, hey, guys, I'm trying to get better. Thank you, Andrew Hiller. So I made a little reel about it. And it did well, and that's all I'm trying to do. But she comes from Training Think Tank is what I'm saying, so it's no surprise.
Yeah, okay. I like it. Look, so they got 1-7. I called that dude out for not predicting Justin Medeiros is going to win, and instead of fighting, they lean into it. Hiller's fucking around calling people out on cheating and no reps, and they lean into it. And this is a big fucking account. They get good, they get great views.
Hiller, Castro, no reps, clickbait titles. That one right in the middle. That's an awesome talk they have about what they can do to change the next season. I wanted to make a video on it, but I couldn't clip it up enough because there's just so much good to it. You should just listen to the whole thing.
Look how nice Sarah Sigmund's daughter's legs look in the definition in her quads next to it.
If only that carried over to the last chance qualifier.
Oh man.
Damn.
I need to have her on too. I should DM her too.
Chelsea, I have watched that Jason CF Media video. It was awesome.
Which one? Which one?
He made so apparently he's a DC Comics fan, and he kind of combined everything in the world of the comic book into like myself as Batman, and then who did he say you were? He said you were somebody. Were you Commissioner Gordon, or is that was Dave Castro was Commissioner Gordon? You had a role. I don't remember what it was. Maybe he was. Maybe
you Harvey Dent.
I am not a DC character. I'm insulted.
And there'll be no talk of that on this show. Damn it.
I hope Jason's watching. Maybe he will tell us who you were, or somebody can tell us. I want to know now. But yeah, and then all the villains were the athletes. So like the Riddler, the Joker. And the biggest thing that Jason said in that video is that why would I talk about someone who's purse snatching when I could talk about the Riddler not touching their chest to the ground? So, and I agree. Like I put a video of Danny Spiegel not doing burpees because everyone's going to see that. And then hopefully there's a trickle down effect. And then everybody in the affiliates and everyone understands like, yep, that shouldn't count. That doesn't count. Why would I come after somebody who's in their affiliate who's just maybe getting a workout in? Who knows if it's a qualifier workout or not? It was a good video. It was really well done.
Approved by Andrew Hiller. Jason CF Media video. Someone needs to. I need to see that clip. That's fucking hilarious. Funny when Talking Elite Fitness was interviewing Paulson and Ariel, and they asked what they've been doing since qualifying. Paulson said, "Coming from Sevon's show."
Hey Sevon, you're Alfred, by the way. Yash has seen it. Thank you, Yash.
The fucking I'm your butler.
But also guidance. There's a good relationship there with
Fuck that. I wash his underwear.
You were the pushback guy. Are you kidding? Alfred doesn't wash his underwear. That's what
the fuck he doesn't. He does fucking everything. When you eat burritos and beans and cheese and that shit before you go out fucking busting criminals and you come back and you got sharts all over your fucking bat suit. Who do you think? Oh, I at least cleaned the bat suit. Oh, no one else even knows bat suit exists. I'm in there fucking scrubbing Hiller's ass stains out of the bat suit. Fuck you. That's how I got COVID. Cleaning fucking his face mask. Motherfucker.
I think he was going for the mentor butler thing.
Batman is the one who really killed George Floyd. Now you know. Fine, I told everyone.
Full circle. Way to close it up there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Attaboy.
Now you guys know the truth.
I am tripping on Augustine Riquelme's fucking video.
All right, let's hear it. Why?
How are you so fucking nice? Let me tell you something.
You always say I'm nice. Every single time. You say I'm nice, and then the entire world says that I'm an asshole. How does that work?
Will you pull that fucking video up? If I understand this fucking correctly, the guy who's farthest from the camera, that's his submission video?
I have.
Are you completely Augustine? I don't know you. I want to apologize in full. But if I understood that video right, you were fucking batshit fucking crazy, dude.
You need to get YouTube Premium, Souza. Come on.
Why? What is that? What's that gonna do?
It gets rid of the ads.
Dude, hey, it's Souza, it's Souzaberg. It's Matthew Souzaberg, frugal as a motherfucker.
You just call me Souzaberg?
Yeah, it's your Jewish roots. His mom's Jewish roots.
Well, what is the Berg there? Is that like a Justin Berg? I don't get it.
Jewish people don't waste money on that shit. They own YouTube. He owns YouTube. Hey, he's 5 steps ahead of you, Hiller. He's got stock in YouTube. You think he's fucking losing money when he watches those videos? He's making money. Those ads. He's making money.
That's right. Spent that premium money on the
stock fucking option. White man telling the Jew how to fucking what to subscribe to.
I have an entire another video to make on Riquelme.
But please tell me this is fucking nuts. First of all, I know you so gently tell him, hey, I'll give you some pointers. Don't use portrait mode, use panorama mode. But dude, there's the majority of the screen is empty below him and above him, so you can't see his reps. Yeah. He's doing reps next to a guy who has the lowest fucking squats in the world. That's a huge mistake too. And then he's the furthest guy away. I mean, this is satire. If this is your submission video, this has got to be satire.
All right. You like the Sony Ericsson reference, Wad Zombie? Yes.
Yeah.
So
that was cool.
I have since spoken to Riquelme. He's reached out to me, and he sent me his actual submission video.
Oh, okay.
This-
Okay.
This
okay.
was not the video that he sent
Thank
to
you.
CrossFit. which
Okay,
I
Raquel,
thought
may I
was-
strike all that from the record then?
This is interesting because why would this be the one that he then linked to his YouTube or to his Instagram profile for the world to see?
Right.
Just so you know, CrossFit, fuck you guys. Here's my video for the world to see. And this is the one that everybody can see. And I also think that it says Augustin Raquelme on the YouTube profile. And then the one that he sent me was from somebody else. It's much closer. It's from the other angle. So if this one's shot here, it's shot from the other looking position that would be acceptable.
Like
Much
over there by the
closer.
stairs? Like over there by the stairs?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still like that 45-degree angle. So it's properly placed. It was interesting that this is because when you're watching it, and I bring this up, the guy in the pink, which is Nicholas Bedarte, he is the one showing his weights. You don't see Raquelme's weights. So I knew there was something up, and I kind of was under the assumption this is the wrong video. It was just weird that this is the one he made public.
Did he give you an explanation?
I have to really dive into those messages. There's a handful of them. I've been trying to keep up. I'm going to be doing that as I make the video for today. It's for today.
Mhm.
It's what's on the docket.
It's on the docket. Sousa Steen. Thank you, Jeffrey. Sousa Steen. Is he like Sousa Steen better than Sousaberg? Fine.
What I
Sousa
can tell you is that the squats, the theme of the video is going to be that the squats in the video that he sent me, I don't think look as good as the squats in this video, which is why I think that's the one that he made public. And I also have his 21.3 video, which he won that workout, 21.3, which was the one that preceded the heavy complex in the open last year with a whole bunch of thrusters in it in the front squats. And the squats do look different.
Dear CrossFit athletes who submit videos, do not do videos, do not do squats next to a guy that is ass to grass when your shit is suspect.
Yeah.
He just makes you look. If you're not sure if you're squatting below parallel, do your squats next to Danny Spiegel and just try to go lower than her. She will make you look good. That fucking guy with the pink pants on so tight you can see his cock and balls, don't do him next to him.
Unlike Brian, I don't know a whole bunch of the athletes like he does. So I'm watching this and I was watching and I go, what the hell is wrong with this video? Because I thought it was Bedarte that whole time.
Yeah.
I watched him like, all right, this guy looks great. It may be a little bit of he's missing the extension of his elbows, but that's not what the clip from the response. He said he was lacking squat depth. I'm like, there's no lack of squat depth. What's going on here? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But then
I kept waiting for you in the video to say, you said in the video, you're like, I struggle with recognizing people's faces, but like I do recognize his pink pants. And I so wanted to be like, and the fact that I can see his helmet through his outline.
I'd recognize that anywhere.
Yeah, but you didn't. I was disappointed, Hiller.
My favorite part about that is when you always show these videos that are their submission videos that should be the most best done video they can because it's for their continuation onto the games, and then it's dog shit like this, and then you show and here's what it looks like on their Instagram, and it's perfectly manicured and it's like everything's done and it's clearly been like edited so the lighting's all right. You're like, huh, yeah, that does seem weird.
You can see like
stuff there.
You can see that new vein that just popped into their like lower back.
It's crazy.
Holy shit, a lower back vein. I didn't know that was there. Well, it's because it's 480p or whatever, 4000p.
Workout submission time, dust off the old Sony Ericsson.
Hiller, did you know that there's a new CrossFit Games documentary?
Yeah. Did Brian chat about that? He was hating on it and then he unhated on it.
Yeah, I think they contacted him. The director contacted him and then gave him the warm fuzzy, so he unhated on it. Kind of like maybe what Mark Bell like did, right? Like I wouldn't say he was hating on the Liver King, but once you meet him, everything changes.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the idea behind the documentary? Sorry, Sousa.
No, go ahead.
So the documentary was $14.99 pre-order.
Okay.
And then 5 days before, a couple days ago, I guess the movie's coming out in a couple days. A couple days ago, they lowered the price to $9.99. So all the people who bought it for $14.99 were like the early adopters, the fans, the people who wanted to support CrossFit, who were so excited they couldn't wait. I mean, pre-ordering is the dumbest thing in the world. I've done it before, don't get me wrong, but it's got to be the dumbest thing in the world to do because it's a digital pre-order. You're not going to get it any faster than anyone else. It's not like pre-ordering a shirt so you can get the first run. It's just pre-ordering a digital. But then CrossFit lowers the price of the movie to $9.99 5 days before, which is kind of like a fuck you to the whole fan base who like paid early to this corporation that's a Berkshire corporation. And when I worked there, they tried to do that.
What?
Gravitas was like, hey, we're going to lower the price of the movie. When I used to make those docs, produce those docs that Heber and Marsden directed, they would say, hey, we're going to lower the price of the movie right before it comes out to sell more. I'm like, no, you're not. And I would always be like, they'd be like, why? I'm like, it shows no integrity, no loyalty to your base. But they fucking did that this year.
Are they going to bump it back up when they release it?
Who the fuck? No, you know what they're going to do next? You know what their next playbook is? In a month, package it with last year's movie and sell it for $4.99. And they will just keep doing that. But the thing is you couldn't even wait a week before you lowered the price. You basically told everyone who bought the movie for $14.99, you're a fucking piece of shit and a joke, and we schooled you.
Mm-hmm.
That would never happen to Suzestein.
Hell no. Suzaberg.
Yeah.
You punish your most loyal and first adopter fan base. You have the people that are that stoked that they're going to pre-order it. So that way when it clicks, they're already in front of their TV with their popcorn and they go. They don't have to pay for anything. They give you your initial dollar so you can start to see some return. And the first thing you do is wait till they're about to view it and screw them over and drop the price.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's the opposite. If you really want to do it, you make the very
Why do
early
they do
pre-sale the cheapest one because it's just a flash sale. They just know that.
That's what I want to ask you. Do you think it's no integrity or no leadership?
They're fucking retarded. They're so stupid.
Yes.
Well,
the people are stupid too, right? Because like a lot of people aren't even going to notice that.
Sevan, you're going to watch this movie. Let's say it costs $19.99 when they release it.
Yeah.
Why don't they make it $14.99 for the month leading up to it, saying, hey,
yes,
get it for $5 early. $5 off if you buy it early and pre-order it.
Yes.
I've never understood that in general because it's not just CrossFit that's doing that. Like if you were going to Xfinity and you wanted to get Top Gun, which is just in theaters, and you wanted to pre-order Top Gun, it's $30. And you could pre-order it for $30 or you can buy it when it comes out for $30. I've never understood pre-ordering in general. There has to be something
especially for a digital asset that's going to be available instantaneously.
Yes,
correct.
That's what I was going to say. Because if you
released on Friday at midnight, get it Friday at midnight.
Yeah, if you
want to be the first, if you want to be the first guy that bangs your girlfriend, you don't want to be the 30th guy. So there are times when getting there first is good.
Well, it's like you're the first dude that spends all the money, taking out on the date, doing all the stuff,
Yeah, but not a digital asset.
And then the other dude just shows up and walks in at midnight, and you're like, wait a minute, you didn't pay for shit. What's happening here?
You got her drunk, and some other dude takes her home.
There's zero benefit to the consumer at that point. So even if it was like a prostitute or something, and it's like, hey, here's $100, I'll be there Friday at whatever, and you're saying that she's going to be there, you're going to be there, and it's going to be there no matter what. Right.
Yeah.
Bring the $100.
I appreciate you stooping to our level and using a metaphor that I could understand.
Here's the deal. It's what it is it shows completely where they're focused at. It's not about bringing value to the audience. It's 100% just about how many dollars they could extract from the audience. And then that pisses people off because they realize it. You're not trying to say, hey, thank you to our most loyal fans. You guys get it for $5 and everybody else who waited till the day before because you were on the fence, fuck you, you're going to pay 15. No, you did it the opposite. And it just shows where your interests are.
I can't believe they changed the price and made it cheaper after it was more expensive.
Yeah.
You think they got a refund? Sevan comes in. No way they got a refund.
No, they definitely did not get a refund.
I just remember them trying to do that a couple years in a row and me shooting it down and being like, it
makes no sense.
And no one would defend it either. No one's like, no, it's not a dishonest or it doesn't show until they'd be like, okay.
We haven't even brought up the fact that it's going to be the exact same movie we've seen in the past 5 years anyway.
Has anyone seen it? Have you guys seen it?
No. They didn't
I'll
give
watch
me the
it
free
at some
screening.
point.
The preview is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like every other preview I've ever seen. Even to the point where Sean Woodlands tells you that you can't do it if you have a full-time job anymore. But they say that every single year.
Oh boy, now he's just getting into it.
Well,
and you know what? And then there's still people there who have jobs that are full-time who are there. And who beat
the chick from Italy
daughter to get there. Yeah.
Who? Yeah.
That the girl who took fifth. What was her freaking name? I don't know. I suck. Brian. What was her name?
Brian.
My favorite part is that Tia Toomey's having to, in the first 30 seconds, justify that she trains as hard as other professional athletes. That part is weird. They should cut that part. Makes her look bad.
Yeah.
I always try to imagine they're talking to someone who's never watched CrossFit before.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or maybe somebody who doesn't know quite as much as you do.
That's fair. You're a good dude.
I try to sit in the
Good.
middle. Remember?
Goodish. when you made the video on Ryan Jevning, did you catch that part about his mom when he said my mom called me an idiot?
I felt, yes, I did. And in my 20-minute video, people don't realize how careful I am with these things. I didn't want everything to get lost in my 20-minute video with me seeing that I was attacking him on a personal level.
Yeah.
I was more or less just like, hey, you made this shit about me on the internet. And then it's like, here's this clip from Triple X, one of my favorite movies, for no reason. And I try to make it fun and get the message across. It's like, I don't know why you're doing this. And then all of a sudden, if I come after him on a personal level, I think that they think that I'm feeling attacked personally as well.
So you thought about saying something about his mom about that? Because it is.
I cut it out. Yeah, it was there. I got rid of it.
Oh, you did have it in originally.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It was like maybe a 30-second thing where he's talking about it. And then I sat there and I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. And then I'm like, that doesn't need to be in there. So I just cut it out.
So if I told you my first girlfriend cheated on me with the 35 times, and now I'm married to you and I have trust issues, you know why. I mean, there's no one gnarlier. There's no one you want to be called an idiot less by than your mom.
Seriously.
And
I always wonder what that looks like,
I
too.
just say it again.
What does that look like to be called an idiot by your mom? Like, what did you do? What did you do?
If you ate her eggs or something and fucking spilled something on the ground.
It's like, hey, take that stuff out of the freezer so that when I get home I can cook it. And it's like, you didn't take the chicken out of the freezer. We're gonna starve, you idiot.
Yeah, you idiot. Yeah.
You idiot.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying I wouldn't have admitted that. I wouldn't have come like on my show. I wouldn't have admitted that and then said that blame after. As soon as I heard myself say my mom called me an idiot, and I would be like, oh shit, I'm not mad at Hiller. Okay, bye guys. I got shit I got to deal with.
I just figured it out.
Yeah, I just figured it out. Thank you. And I would fucking just go talk to my mom. Be like,
Mom.
hey, that shit wasn't cool.
Yeah.
I think very often you talk about the fact that you can see the whole picture, Sevon.
Yeah.
You're like awake, if you will.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think that's something that maybe you're talking about here as well. So all of a sudden he's angry. Why is he angry? Well, he even realizes, but is he willing to connect the dots between those two? I'm not mad at Hiller. There's something that.
Why didn't you connect him for him? Why did you absolve him of that account? Because that's some pretty cheap, easy psychology. You could have been like,
go ahead and roll through my comment section and you'll see why.
Okay.
They're all pretty
Wait, on that video?
That they receive the video well. They understand what's going on. They see that I wasn't trying to come after him. They see that it was just like, hey, what the fuck is wrong?
I thought you were very nice to him. I thought you were very nice to him.
Yeah. Did you know he used to help out with a podcast when he made that video?
I picked up on that in the call-in that he did. Yeah, I picked up. I don't know like to what extent he did, but I did
a lot. He was great. He was a lot, but he was just, I think he got married, he bought a house, and he wants to go to the CrossFit Games, and he had a job, and it was just something that had to go. And it was
dude strong as fuck. I think his best snatch was like 295. He did Grand Games this year.
Super strong. He's fit. He's fit. Like he's one of the people that when we've like talked to that have helped out. Isn't it funny too that a lot of people that have helped out have been like, my aspirations are go to the games, like in the early days. But he was one of the people that you looked at and you're like, oh, actually, you probably have a shot at competing at a high level.
Where he finished, or he was on a team, right?
Yeah, I don't know where he finished, but I know they competed at a semifinal. And he was always a nice dude. Like when I had interaction with them, he was cool.
For all the people listening out there who want to go to the CrossFit Games as an individual,
don't do YouTube.
You are not going to the games. You have no fucking chance. Peace and love. Tim Paulson wrote a 6:33.
Hey. I want to say Colton Mertens is in the chat, and he'd throw up a big middle finger to you for making that because he's listening. He's there.
I agree.
I got you, Colton.
You are correct. You are correct again. 6:33. Tim Paulson rowing.
Holy fucking shit!
It's insane.
I keep on throwing that guy. I got to make a video on Tim Paulson.
He's awesome. About what?
About how awesome he is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Holy shit! How many?
I didn't realize
that
until I watched the video. Not a lot. I just got on kind of when I saw Last Chance Qualifier. I just kind of made Tim Paulson and Tyler Christoffel my guys. I just really like I thought they were going to do it. And but when I saw that video that you posted and you were talking about 630 his row at 633 and then going to the handstand walk, I really started to appreciate what a savage he was. I was like, because I just, like I told you, I just rode 2000. I got a 749. Now, granted, I hadn't done it in 10 or 11 years, but I was fucking hurt. I was hurt. I was hurt.
Very similar to the assault bike. Who was the first person I heard talking about this? I like to give people credit when I hear things that.
What's
are
your
awesome.
fastest?
636.
Wow.
And
you
I would
said
not
you were
be able to. No, I would not be able to operate on my hands the way he was. I think that was Wadapalooza qualifier 2018. Somebody had to do a 1K, somebody had to do a 2K, and somebody had to do a 3K. I was on a team with Street Horner that year. Your buddy.
Yeah, Street. Got to get you on the show, buddy. I got a lot of questions for you.
Yeah. So I did that row. Couldn't move like that. No way. So I watched that and it was like that little, oh, well, that's what you got to do. And the dream has faded. You got no fucking shot, dude.
You mean when you see people like him?
Correct. Like, this is what you got to do now.
How did you know Colton was in the chat?
Earlier, he
I'm not
popped
telling
up.
you.
Oh.
Oops. Susa's right. I was just trying to mess with Sevon.
I put him up there too when he said, I highlighted his comment.
Damn.
I pay attention to the chat. That's all.
Did you think Tim Paulson's going to finish top 10? I know you don't like to talk about this fourth grade stuff, Hiller.
I thought that after the first day that the people in the top two, Jonakowski and who was the other one in the top two? There's two of them up there. But I thought Tim Paulson was out. But then he won and took second on the third and fourth events. And it's no shock that he did that in hindsight. But if you were to have asked me after the first day, I would have said no way. But if you were to have watched my video, I would say he had a good chance because he's a bigger athlete. And I thought that the bigger athletes totally had an advantage over the course of the weekend.
Right. Do his arms, he calls himself T-Rex because he has short arms, but his arms don't look short to me, but they are.
Is that why he calls himself T-Rex? I didn't know that.
I think so.
He's good at handstand push-ups and handstand walks, and usually that's a short-armed movement. Let's see. They don't look that short.
Yeah, they don't look that short.
Hey, is there any way to get kicked off of Reddit? Is Reddit just are there any rules there?
There's a moderator, I believe.
Are you allowed to say the vaccine is dangerous on be careful, Sevon, I'm always quietly so understood. Are you allowed to say like the vaccine is dangerous if you on Reddit, or is it like next door you get kicked off if you say that?
I've honestly been on Reddit 3 times. Once about 2 months ago when a buddy sent me like the original, hey, look at, you're on Reddit. Once, the second time the other night, and then the third time when I was grabbing everybody's responses to make my video. And there was probably a time in there where I was getting a couple of emails. I was responding from my phone on a couple of them. It's just something else, man. You love Reddit, right?
Oh yeah, love it.
When's the last time you were on Reddit, Sevon?
Fucking 10 years ago. No, whenever I got fired, someone sent me a link there to a Reddit thread, and I went there, and it was 150 comments saying that I was a fucking pedophile. And I'm like, holy fuck! Thank you, Katrin.
150.
Yeah. I mean, there was one in there that said I was a pedophile, but there was nothing nice in there. There was just
all right. Let me parallel a conversation from earlier. As you were talking about George Floyd.
Yeah.
And how well do you know George Floyd?
Not very well. Not at all.
How well do these people in Reddit?
I watched one of his porns. As soon as I heard his name, I put him on PornTube, and I watched one of his porns, or two of them.
He's on Pornhub.
I did not ejaculate. Yeah, I did not ejaculate while watch or touch myself to those videos.
It was strictly research.
As I recall, he has a huge cock, but it's one of those ones that doesn't really get hard all the way. But it's big. It's a honker.
It probably has to do with the drug use. Maybe
it's a show. It's a shower, not a grower. It's like a 8-inch, just like flaccid. Yeah, thumper. It's like one of those rubber hammers you use to hit wood, but you don't want to damage the wood with it. You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
It's for her pleasure because it doesn't damage things.
You're in Home Depot and you want to buy it, but you're like, I don't really have a use for a hammer that doesn't really hammer. But fuck, this thing's cool. It's like a soft hammer. Floppy dog hammer.
You're talking about George Floyd, right?
The one that
he's on Pornhub, and this is
the one they
talk about.
Yeah. He's on
the one that yeah. You didn't know he's on Pornhub or whatever?
Absolutely not. Pull that up.
No, do not pull that up. In your free time, go ahead. Yeah, he's on there.
Send you a link in
Oh
the
my!
text.
Hey,
Oh
dude, if
my,
you
oh
dig into
my.
all the George, you could spend 2 hours and watch all the video footage there is, all the police cam footage, everything there is of him. You will be like,
Is there police cam footage of you?
no, nowhere. Well, not that I know of, but there's I've been arrested 4 times, but I think it was before there was police. I don't think any of that was before cops carried cameras on them. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's a slippery slope and it's a dangerous thought. But if you would you rather be in a world with people with this thought or with this thought? So, who do you think is a better thinker that helps the world better? And it's just,
What's Floyd's OnlyFans?
Just type in Big Floyd.
Big Floyd. You found it? Is it Big Floyd? Yeah, Big Floyd. Yeah.
Careful with the share button.
I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing anything. I'm not sharing anything.
So you went on Reddit and you made a video, which is basically, and it's a fun video. I was nervous, but you come across very calm. It's very.
It's one of my worst videos ever, which means it's good. People don't like to dive into that stuff.
Oh, like
they would.
The negativity about you.
Correct.
But it's all just silly stuff. It's like really bad name calling in there. No one has anything for you.
Self-fellatio was the one that I kind of got. It's just they like to use that on Reddit.
This isn't going to come across well, but it was like you were beating up a room full of midgets.
Little people.
Yeah, they were just. There was just nothing in there for you. I just felt like it's like going into a home for disabled adults and like being like, I'm going to offer anyone $1 million who can beat me in a multiplication and addition competition. They're like, 6 times what? And
the same way where I go into there and I realize that they may not have very much good to say about me, so I don't take it all that personally ever. I
just whooped ass in there. You just whooped ass in there.
You don't like Reddit for certain reasons, and you're saying that you agree with me. So I would like to also not take that to like, yeah, fuck those people. But I still do like still do like the words you're saying though. It's good because I agree.
You're not proud of yourself that you went into a room and just beat up fucking 60 fucking midgets, dwarfs.
You know what I really wanted to happen? I wanted to make the video and I wanted somebody to stick their head out in my comment section and say, hey, it's me. That's my username. And no one did it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Why is your username junior _? God, I hate an underscore. It triggers me. Some people don't like racial epithets. I don't like underscores. Why are you junior past 1, 2 and numbers? Why numbers?
When I created the
account, was a burner account.
That's why I said Hiller here in every single one of them. Hiller here, just so you know, it's Hiller here. And then on my phone, I created a separate one. I don't know why they're different. I don't know the login for either one of them. They're just what's logged in to the computer and to the phone. They're different. The app on the phone.
But why an underscore? Well, who's like, oh, I got this killer fucking name, and there's gonna be an underscore in it. Like this fucking chick from Spain, her fucking Instagram starts with an underscore. Like you failed the fucking IQ test right there.
No, 69 was taken.
What the fuck? I don't want to see an underscore. And then the people who use numbers, well, you don't understand because you didn't play sports in high school. These are their favorite jersey numbers. Go fuck yourself. Oh, yeah, I'm in big trouble with my wife today.
Sevan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we don't all have unique names like Sevan Matosian.
Sevan.
If you got freaking Matt Souza, there's like 500.
Kenneth is right too. This is the sad part. Sevan, your generation is the one that uses underscore. I know. It's you're totally right.
What does that mean? It's just a way to differentiate certain words, right?
If you're fitty. No, no, just knowing why do you, there's nothing on the keyboard that ever makes me like underscore doesn't stick in my brain. There's nothing tantalizing there. I don't want to remember it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to be like, oh, hey, what's your Instagram? And someone's like _S_E capital VAN _ capital M. No. How about just at Sevan Matosian?
How do you feel about the word hashtag?
The word?
Or the idea of it, what it stands for?
Yeah, I like it now. I used to not like it. It used to be one of my trigger words before I was a social media fucking guru.
So you're saying it's going to grow on you, this underscore thing. It's the potential to grow on you.
No, it doesn't lead to anything. Oh, I see what you did there. You fucked me up.
So to me, it always like,
when you were 40,
sign.
you never liked a man's fingers in your ass. Now you're 50 and you love it. You just tricked me. You tricked
when's
me.
my next prostate exam?
Yes.
Yeah. So number. Hey, make sure you use the right numbers.
But a hashtag is a functional piece of equipment for searching. Underscore is just like there's nothing in my brain that sticks to an underscore. I don't want to underscore nothing. Why not a hyphen?
Because that's just minus Sevan minus Matosian. That makes no sense.
The implications.
You're gonna take away your last name? Absolutely not.
I just tried to change mine with an underscore. It was taken.
My last post has 13 likes. Someone called me and they're like, dude, your posts are so fucking bad. I'm like, why? I'm like, you have to like title it with something that says CrossFit steals money from you. So people will watch it. No one's going to watch your shit. It's a fucking little picture of you on your fucking wannabe podcast. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
Which one are you talking about?
My most recent one where I'm fucking banging CrossFit for fucking stealing money from people.
Are you talking about it on Instagram?
Yeah. My Instagram is a joke.
When did you make that? I haven't seen that yet.
I clipped it yesterday.
Got it.
I'm going to Miranda's street parking thing today. Say that again.
I'm reading the thing about Taylor and Hiller, small legs, dumbbell deadlifts, feet touching.
Is it in the comments?
Yeah, it's Yash.
Yana Koski. I DM'd him and asked him to come on the podcast. We'll see if we can drag him on here. He's a good dude.
Today?
No.
No.
Yeah,
he needs his own show. He's his own show kind of guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have to share with you and Souza.
Absolutely not. Maybe just Souza, not me. I love talking with the athletes though. Someone tell me why the protein costs as much as gas. You know what's wild? The cost of creatine. That's expensive now. Creatine used to be dirt cheap.
It lasts forever though, right?
It lasts a long time, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it lasts as long as your tub of protein is. You've had it for like 10 years or something.
Yeah. Hey, type in best creatine, and then I want to show you the bag I got. I want to see what Hiller says about it. And
it's just a bag full of pills.
I with dick stamped on them. I literally did get this bag of creatine and arginine like a year ago. No. It just oh, there it is down on the bottom. I see a picture of it. See best creatine supplements for 2022. And it's a picture of a red guy. Yeah, that's the one. That bulk supplements.
I've only heard good things about their products.
Yeah, it's so much fucking creatine. I'm telling you, I've had the bag for 10 years.
You don't take it regularly enough for it to go away.
Hey, I threw away half of it. So I poured it into a glass jar and I threw the other half away.
Too much space in your house?
What? Yeah. Because I used to be rich.
You just didn't give a fuck. Just throwing away that creatine like it don't matter.
Yeah, now it's worth twice as much as when you bought it. You should have fucking kept that and sold it.
Now he's getting it off the floor. Just
how much is that bag of creatine right there?
The bulk one, bulk supplement?
Yeah.
Probably about $50 now when it was about 25, 20.
I need to ask you something. When I take creatine and arginine, I just take a teaspoon and I just dip the tip of it in there.
Uh-huh.
And then just the tip.
Of course. Okay.
And then
you want to be careful.
And then I bang it into a cup and then I put a little water in there and I shoot it down. It's disgusting.
What is wrong with you? Just drink it like a normal human.
What do you mean? Drink it like a normal human?
Like put it into a shake or something and drink it. Like you don't need to take it like a shot. You crazy ass.
But how much do you take? How much should I take?
I've taken 5 grams every day since I was like 16 years old.
And how much is 5? What's 5 grams look like? Will you type in 5 grams of creatine?
Yeah.
I want to see an image of that.
It's literally like it's barely anything.
Is it like a penny?
Spoonful, right?
I hope that when you look at it, you're like, holy shit, I've taken way too much creatine.
No, a spoonful would fucking kill you. If I took a spoonful of my creatine, I'd fucking
it's like a teaspoon or smaller. Not a tablespoon.
Way smaller than a teaspoon.
This is just showing a
I take like 1/10 of a teaspoon.
It's like a teaspoon.
Oh, it is? No wonder mine lasts forever.
There we go. Yeah, it's going to fill up the bottom of that spoon, I'm sure. Wait a minute, this isn't a video?
Go to that YouTube video where it says how to measure 5 grams of creatine. Hey, what do you
on, say
think,
it
Killer?
again,
Can we
Gabe.
play that video? It's 34 seconds. Can we play that? What's your professional
Where,
opinion?
where? Well, if I say the
This-
wrong
The one
thing,
that
we're
says
this
how to
video.
met
Yes.
that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can play that.
Okay, let's do it. Let's
Yes.
play this.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch over.
We'll end the show with some valuable advice. Hey, should girls take creatine? I don't let
Yes.
my wife take. Really?
Yes.
Let my wife. Take
Anybody with any sort of athletic endeavor should be taking creatine.
My wife's not going to get on PEDs like me.
It's not a fucking PED. I mean,
Do we want volume?
Sure. Yeah. That way Hiller can make fun of them.
Oh shit! Quality. My crack spoon.
Holy fuck.
See, told you.
Holy
Big
fuck.
old heaping scoop, baby. Watch,
Holy
he'll throw it on it.
fuck.
He's gonna throw it on a scale too. Don't question my eyeball skills.
That's how much I take right there. That's what's stuck on the spoon. I'm not shitting you. No wonder I'm fucking weak as a bird.
hey, if you give me all of 4 seconds, I'm gonna go grab my food scale really quick. Is that
Yeah,
cool?
You're gonna test it?
Do it.
All right.
Hey, dude, look up how much arginine you should take. Wow.
Okay.
Holy shit. No wonder into that shit. I don't think that shit works.
Yeah, well, see, that's why I said a big spoonful because that's I like
Wow.
measured. One time I bought creatine and it had the scooper inside of it, like a
Uh-huh.
pre-measured one, and then I just poured it onto a spoon. And it was relatively the same, but I mean, spoon size, all that could get weird. Okay, what did you say? How to take what?
Arginine. How much arginine you should take? I wonder if that's 5 grams too. That's crazy. That was a fuck. I still can't do it now that it said it. Maybe I'll take a little bit more, but fuck. Hey, I was totally the dude at the party too. Like if someone laid out like 10 lines of Coke, I'd do like half a line and everyone would be looking at me like, like I was a fucking idiot.
We gotta
Like,
make it
there's
last.
no
guys.
fucking way I'm doing a whole line, let alone 3 lines. Fucking blow a gasket.
L-arginine between 6 and a maximum of 30 grams per day.
Okay, no wonder. Okay. Well,
A daily dose is normally divided into 3 smaller doses per day that won't exceed the maximum dosage. Do not take more than the maximum dosage.
hey, you would have arginine. You'd have a fucking you'd have a heart attack if you took 30 grams.
Yeah, I've never really taken much supplements. Like I do protein. Like I just have a run-of-the-mill whey protein that I take.
That's a
And then I've
nice
taken
shirt.
creatine. Look how good it fits him.
Yeah.
All right, what'd I miss?
A dude showed up to my house yesterday and he was wearing the CEO shirt. He goes, "This is my favorite shirt." I'm like, "Thanks." He goes, "Not because of what it says, because how it fits." I was like, "Oh, it does fit great. Whatever, we'll take what we can get."
Be the CEO of your life. If you don't have a CEO shirt, what really do you have control over? Buy your CEO shirt today and take control of your life.
Oh, I like that. You think creatine's good? You should put it on a CEO shirt. Sevon, arginine and citrulline will keep your cock healthy. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not
right.
A spoonful, right?
Yeah.
No shit.
Your boy grew up in the hood.
Hey, this is science, guys. This is a
That's
snort
what
that,
it-
snort that, snort that.
It was exactly the. That's
It
amazing.
was
You
the spoon, wasn't it?
snort it, yeah.
Oh man, you guys. Oh great, someone's gonna screenshot that. We are fucked.
Performance enhancing drugs. Yeah, the creatine went right into the bloodstream through the nose. All right, I'm just gonna put this over here for now. But yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Hey,
Yep.
do you take arginine, Hiller?
I do.
So he just looked it up while you were gone and it was saying to take 6 grams of that, two minimum of 6 grams a day, and to split it over three takings. So 2 grams, 2 grams, 2 grams. I take so little. Do you see this little tiny? I take like that much. Seriously, that's just like a little piece of an eraser. This is an
Oh, I was
eraser
like, what is that?
fiddling with.
Do you know about beta alanine?
I know. I heard that
Yes.
on the when I did that podcast with Fraser, he mentioned that it gives him a third lung, and
Do you
That's
know what
all I
else
know.
is supposed to give you a third lung?
EPO.
You know what else? Because you're right.
no, I don't.
GW 501516.
No shit.
Any website where you look up the benefits of GW, third lung. Also,
Mm.
beta alanine 3.2 is the dose you'll find in any single one of these compounds. Like this is my pre-workout. I use that. And
Let me see which
there's
one you use. Which one do you use?
I've been using this since I was 16 as well.
Oh, the
Oh,
no
yeah.
explode.
Yeah. When I was a kid, that shit's been around
No
forever. When I was a kid, I think I
no
tried a jar of that.
Yeah.
It actually gets worse and worse every 3 years when they remake the formula, and I'm always trying to find like the older formulas because it really hit harder. It makes you go to the bathroom right away, which I love that. It's like,
Yeah,
and then
me
you're
too.
empty and you're ready to work out. But
Hey,
other
when
than
that guy
it's
stuck his fingers in my ass, that's the one thing that stuck with me. It felt like I had to take a shit. I didn't, but it just feels like that. And that's why I
wish
was
you
like,
would've.
how does anyone do anal? But anyway, so
Carlos said itchy face, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing he gets when he takes beta, and that's because that's the only thing it does until you take 200 times the amount of the clinic, like the dose in these freaking pre-workouts.
say that again.
200
take-
times.
200 times the amount you're supposed to take to get the third lung sort of sensation. And I'm not telling anybody out there to go out there and like down the entire thing of beta.
No,
I'm
too
saying
late. I'm
it's
gonna do it.
it's don't do that. It's ridiculous to say that that's going to give you a third lung.
Yeah,
And
it's
everybody
insane.
went out and bought it
But
as soon as they heard him saying that.
How
I
much
can send
beta
you a-
alanine should I take for results?
I can send you a video on this actually. 1 second.
Hey, how would you take fucking 200 grams of that shit?
fuck.
In water, it's fine. It freaking soluble.
Dude, that would be 20. That'd be 40 fucking 200 grams would be 40 fucking teaspoons if it weighs the same amount as
It's like a coffee cup full of freaking.
the creatine. The creatine.
Not that
creatine.
one.
Yeah, if that shit weighs the same amount as a creatine, it would be 40
There's
teaspoons.
a scientific study done on this saying that you need to take way the fuck more than 3.2 grams, which is what you're going to find in every single dietary supplement, sports supplement. I don't know if I'll be able to find it as quick as I need to, but I'll find it later. I'll put it up somewhere.
I would not take Viagra.
I take beta alanine and like half the
I
time.
like the itchy stuff. That's good.
Yeah, as I say, half the time, all of a sudden, when I'm finished working out, then my ears and my head gets like it's like after the fact. So I don't actually know if it like does anything.
Alexis will take it, and she's always, if the workout isn't like good enough, she'll go, I didn't work off the beta, I'm still itchy. That thing.
Oh my gosh.
So what I'm telling you is you got to work harder.
What's the protocol on that? Are you allowed to tell on the internet what supplements other people are doing?
Can I tell?
Yeah.
Or are you allowed to like prescribe them to people?
No, like you just told us what Alexa takes. I'm just wondering what the protocol is on that.
I mean, sure, it's beta. I mean, you can
Fine,
get it.
okay.
It's fine. It's not like it's a banned supplement. Everybody can take it.
All right, just check. Vasodilators, don't forget electrolytes too. Add some salt to your pre-workout. Yeah.
Wild Zombie wants to talk about the covered pick. Where did that come from? You didn't get that, did you? I think that's from a college wrestling.
Will Brandstetter got it.
Yeah, I think that's my college wrestling picture.
Will has access to all of your computers. Everyone who's listening, Will has access to your computers.
Hell yeah.
People come in and download. Hey, have you ever taken these before?
What? Oh, yeah. You mean Gatorade?
Is that Rob Wolf's company?
I think it is.
People swear by this shit.
Oh, I was looking at Liquid IV, and I call that Gatorade.
This LMNT stuff. So type in Rob Wolf's name next to it. Everyone I know. Oh, it's disgusting, Hiller.
There you go, Sevon.
Get that Pepsi product out of here.
Everyone I know, and they have a habanero one that just. I just can't even fucking believe how brilliant that is. I really want to taste this shit. Is it his company? Oh, developed by Rob Wolf. Yeah. Look, it is Rob Wolf.
Yeah.
God, I hope he's rich. I hope that he fucking got rich off that. Can I see that? Go down
Bruce
one.
Wayne, great supplement, extra
What do you
salt.
wanna
Hell
see?
yeah.
Yeah. I've never heard it. That one down there, drink LMT. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about this.
No, me either.
I know people who don't like Rob Wolf and fucking say that this is the greatest supplement ever.
They should be a sponsor of the show.
What is it?
Salt, I think.
Yeah,
It's flavored
just,
salt.
Just flavored
that's awesome.
salt. Yeah,
Okay, I'm on board with flavored salt.
right there. It's 100 milligrams of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 of potassium, and then 60 milligrams of magnesium.
And go to their website real quick. I want to see if they have a habanero one. If this is the same shit people are telling me about. Hey, I would put this in alcohol. I would mix this with fucking alcohol, sparkling water,
That's
and
a great idea. I think you'd
I would mix the
dehydrated.
habanero one with sparkling water and fucking booze.
God, he really hit the jackpot with this one. This is a genius product,
Look at this. Back for a good time.
and
not a
it's
long
actually
time.
good.
Okay, potassium, sodium, and magnesium. See the flavor. Go to the flavors.
Do you know what causes
here
cramping,
we go.
Sevan?
No.
It's a deficiency in either one of those two things, and dehydration. So this is like the perfect product.
Oh, there
Yeah.
not habanero. Mango. There's mango chili.
I've had
Okay.
a couple of them. We got a bag of them from one of my buddies who they sent him a ton of it, and then when he moved back to Tennessee, he gave us a bag of it, and I drank it. The
Chocolate
orange one is pretty good.
Hey,
Chocolate.
what did you say causes
Mango
cramping,
chili.
Hiller? Say that again.
If you have a deficient, so like, have you ever heard like eat a banana if you have a cramp?
Yeah.
You've heard that. It's because like sometimes you'll be low in potassium and sometimes you're low in salt. And I saw in here somewhere that Bruce Wayne says that he takes salt before he works out. And salt, potassium, there's a pump in your muscle. So let's say you're doing a workout with a bunch of squats, your quads have to fire over and over and over again. They contract, they relax. They contract, they relax. It's like a sponge. You squeeze the sponge, water goes out. You open the sponge, water comes in.
Yeah.
Your muscles work kind of the same way, filtering the water in and out, relaxing, contracting. There's a pump system in there that works. And the potassium, like I believe the potassium throws it out and the salt throws it in. And there needs to be a balance. And if there's an imbalance, it causes the muscle to cramp. The sponge like doesn't fire, if you will. So this is an awesome supplement.
Wow. How about pickle juice? I always heard pickle juice. That has just shitloads of sodium.
That would be the salt. Yeah, that's where that comes from. So this, it's just cool. I mean, good for him because it's cheap, I'm sure.
Oh, it's here, Alan. It's lemon habanero. It's out of season. Out of season.
That's smart if he does that and cycles and seasons of flavors. That's good.
He cycles like the Liver King.
He cycles his salt.
Cycles his salts.
Oh man! So what did we learn today? The Liver King is worth a shitload of money.
Check.
Check.
Raquel May's video. Don't judge him for it. It's not the one he submitted.
I'm gonna make another one on that.
And cramping's caused by not adequate supply of sodium and potassium ratio that makes the pump work.
Yep.
What else? Freddie Camacho. We didn't talk about him at all. Did you want to?
I mean, I got notes on it. I like Freddie. He's a good dude.
Freddie Camacho seems like a great dude.
He bangs China Cho. China Cho's a good dude. She bangs Freddie Camacho.
You talked about the fact that I don't like talking at a third grade level about CrossFit.
Yeah, that really pissed me off. Hey, did you talk to Freddie Camacho on the phone?
No, I did not. He friended me on Facebook, and I saw him on there. That's where I saw the initial post. I try not to talk to anybody before I do any of these things. And so the video that Jason CF Media made on me, I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, cool. Oh, fuck. What is this all about? I want to give people that sensation, whether it be for the good or the bad of whatever the video holds. So
what's he up to? Is he still making good stuff? Has he made any good stuff? Does he make good stuff?
Most of his stuff is pretty good. It's on the reserved side, but it's still good.
Yeah. I love his deliveries on the reserve side. Man, there's some people that who are too reserved. There's a couple people I've been watching lately to just try to get, because there was so little shit on the last chance qualifier. Man, there's some bad shit in the space.
You feel like you just wasted 10 minutes of your time?
I don't even make it 10 minutes. They're just not saying fucking anything. They're so fucking wishy-washy. Oh man. I'm wondering who's watching it and what they're getting. No, I don't want to say their names but I want to let people make their own decision. But I wonder, I really do want to know the people who watch that, what they think they're getting from that. They're not getting any strong opinions. They're not getting any facts. They're not getting, it's just like if I were to tell you today is a day, and you're like, and it's just similar to yesterday.
And there's
one of the
outside.
first things that I ever clipped from you was that exact sort of statement.
What?
That when people say things, they say it as if they look outside. Oh, it's raining. Let's talk about the fact that it's raining. It's like,
yeah,
God, that's so fucking annoying. How about you talk about something about the rain? Anything.
How about where, how much, the temperature outside, whether your grass is getting watered.
Last year? Is it going to rain next year? How about you give me like your opinion? Give me something.
I think the reason why people stay ambiguous a lot of times because then they can't be like held down to their opinion later. You know, like if you never really had a firm opinion on anything, nobody could ever point at you and be like, you said this one time, because you could be like, no, I didn't say anything.
I think we just defined clickbait. Here it is. I think we just defined clickbait. If your title is the strongest thing in your entire video, and your video doesn't say something stronger than your video or as strong, then it's clickbait. And that's the thing. Is
I
this
like that
Rich?
a lot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Rich Froning's last year competing, and then there's there's
Nothing about him.
Yeah, it's like Rich. You're talking. You never mention whether he's going to continue competing or not. It's just talking about the history of his competing,
Right?
and the whole time you're like, well, when are we going to get to the part whether it's his last year?
Yeah.
No, that was only in the title. We already gave you that.
My favorite is, did this really happen to us?
No. Bruce Wayne. The definition of clickbait is Nate Edwardson. I agree.
Everything is from the side.
Craig Ritchie. I agree. I'll say the names. I'm going to fuck. I don't care. Clearly, people think so. Clearly, people still watch their stuff. It's not like I'm hurting their freaking reputation.
Oh, their videos are so popular. They're killing it.
Craig put out one recently that was actually decent, I think. All of his stuff used to be good, and then they weren't good for a long time.
It's an interesting balance of
his recent video.
What they're trying to do. Is it like, is the video about them? Like, is it like a vlog, or like they're documenting them? Or are they trying to make it about the athlete they're with? Or are they trying to bring some sort of value to their audience? And like, without kind of defining which one you're going to do and then sticking to it for that one video, it's hard. I think it just gets lost a lot of times, you know?
I watched the Craig Ritchie video on Mal training in Frazier's garage.
Yeah, so I saw some of that one.
It's good if you're curious about like what goes on there, what it looks like, what they might be doing day to day. But I guess did I learn something? Sure, that's what it looks like. I guess it's the same reason I watch a Mayhem video, though. I guess I just have a bias towards liking Mayhem, so I don't. There's no fault in that one, is what I was saying.
Yeah, but at least with the Mayhem, you know exactly what you're getting, which is just basically them documenting what they're doing.
Yeah,
I have never seen clickbait over there.
No, their video is basically like Haley does, you know, morning session, and then you watch the video and it's just her working out through all her sessions. They do a day in the life of Guy. It's just the day in the life of Guy.
How about this one? It says only Tia Toomey has this. I've not seen any other CrossFit athlete with one ever.
Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Clickbait for sure.
I'm on Craig Ritchie's channel right
now. Unless somewhere in there she pulls up her shirt and she got 3 tits. I mean, that's what I mean. What you show us has to be more better. It can't be like she has a pink pair of Metcons. No. Sorry. No. Your title was bigger than what you revealed. And like it better be fucking good. Shane Orr has a 13-inch cock. Wow. Okay. Yep. No, probably none of the other athletes do have that. Coach and mate, like it's fucking nuts.
What a cock-strong coach he is.
Yeah.
I think they have themselves pigeonholed to the point where that's not something that they would talk about.
For sure.
Yeah. And I don't think
that
Tia didn't put that on her post, on hers, did she? Did Tia do that? Is that clickbait proven used or no? Someone else? Yeah.
That's Craig Ritchie.
Here's the thing too. If you go to their accounts and fucking kudos to them. I'm not hating for this, but I feel like there's almost like a cadence you can see. Matt, Dave, Tia, then a couple of them, and then back around Rosa, Dave. Like they know the people to put in the picture and what to do to make it so people are over there clicking on the shit.
Yeah.
I see that for sure. I'm looking at it right now. I agree.
Yeah, there's just a pattern to what they're doing, and they cracked the code, and he bought a house and a sauna and new tits for his chick. He's stoked.
It's a damn Lowe's toolbox.
Yeah, Jeffrey Watkins let us in here. Said it was just a Lowe's toolbox.
Oh, fuck me. See, that's at that point, that's the part that pisses me off. Like, okay, so you're getting ahead, but you're a lying piece of shit. You're manipulative. But I guess people don't care. They keep watching the videos.
You put the video on pre-sale after the pre-sale.
He's got a video with 1.4 million views, and it's training in Matt Frazier's garage from 2 years ago. And if I recall, that's also about the time where I would like watch and take something away from his videos. And then there's one Rich.
Hey, is it really training in Matt Frazier's garage, or is it training?
It is.
With a picture of Matt Frazier's garage in his garage.
No, he actually goes there, which is probably why it got such good traction. And this one with Froning got 650,000 full day of training. Here's another one, 530,000 Ultimate Barn Gym. Now he was great 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, when he first went to those places.
When he was doing all that
barn and stuff. Yeah, and it was cool because it was a real fan perspective because he was like, oh my gosh, we're at Rich Froning's barn. Like, this is crazy. So
How
it
about
kinda
the
felt
one where he
it
says
was
he
him.
has mental health issues? How many views did that get?
Is there one of those?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
I think I'm going to get some lat implants.
Bruce,
That would be sick.
no feedback from TDC. And which poll? Wait, why do you need lead implants? Why don't you just do some pull-ups?
I don't. Yeah, good idea.
Oh, that's right.
I saw Dave yesterday. I went to the ranch yesterday.
Did he say anything about Hiller?
No. Wait, but we were. It was very superficial talk. There were so many fucking people there.
Yeah, it looked
That street-
crazy. That event.
That
looked
street
crazy.
parking thing had, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 people at it. It was fucking completely packed. It reminded me of the 2008 CrossFit Games.
Yeah, it's cool.
Everyone's just working out there all day. That's what's crazy about these communities. It's people fly from all over the world to come there and just work out with people that they used to work out with online.
Was that streaming anywhere? Was there any sort of footage?
They were live. They were live, like street parking. If you go to their Instagram, and you guys should follow street parking Instagram, they were live like a ton of times throughout the day, kind of showing what the different events they had going on and just what the crowd looked like and stuff like that. So I'd go to their Instagram and see it.
If you're a parent too, you know what's cool about these events? You can just it's at Dave's ranch. You could just go there and just let your kids go.
Yeah, they had like a slip and slide. They had a bunch of kids games, kids working.
There's no fucked up people there.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's
cool.
everyone's accountable. Everyone's accountable. What?
What about the snakes? What about the snakes and the cougars?
They're in the mountain lions. That's. I don't think they'll come down because there's too many of us there. But that is a serious issue. And there's a lot of people camping there, and they're fucking nuts.
But let them run loose anyway. They can defend themselves against the wildlife, but not the people.
Sevon, when are we going to do a Sevon podcast get together?
Interesting.
I think someone was talking about maybe doing that at the games.
Yeah, you'd have to be there though.
It would be just you want a computer screen. That's the ultimate clickbait.
Wow, listen. Wow, look at this too. Look at this. Wow, this is awesome.
Just weird. See another Watkins. Let me ask.
Jason Watkins. Just weird to see another Watkins. Are you black? I think the term is melanated. Don't get yourself canceled, Mr. Jeffrey Watkins. I'm a fan. Jeffrey, I'm just curious. Is your skin? No, sir. I'm a white guy. Okay, so okay, well, okay.
What?
I just like this in the comments. They're trying to. Yeah.
It's a battle of the Watkins happening right now.
I've never seen The Matrix. I know, Sevon, but
I have seen it.
Like that. Have you seen all three of them?
No, I just saw the first. I saw the first one. I tried to watch the second one. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm not watching.
You're going to be like that guy in the background. You'll just be on a TV screen of the games. That'll be you.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
There's a Sevon get together, and you'll just be like on a 80-inch TV just sitting there. Hey, guys, I'm here. Everyone's going to be standing around the TV like, motherfucker.
It was hard for me to go to this street parking event. It was really hard to get out of my loop.
Because you couldn't walk around or what?
I don't want to go to. No, I just don't want to get out of my loop. I don't want to like
get out of routine.
Yeah, I don't want to get out of my routine. Like even my wife said, "Hey, do you want to push our fasting day tomorrow so we can eat at the street parking event today?" I'm like, "No,
fuck the loop.
I am staying in my fucking routine always."
Is that why? I always make the claim that, hey, I would love to go judge at these things, but I can't do it monetarily, which is truthful. I can't because I can't leave my job and my loop. I can't do that. I mean, I can't take the time out of my life to do it. So when I try to make the point that I'm never criticizing judges to make them not show up or make them leave because I want more for them. Right. I think I try to drive that across, but all I see is like, this guy's never judged at an event. And then also in that Jason CF media video, he very well articulates the point that, hey, I could have very well had gone to an event and judged, but what makes me any different than anyone else who wanted to go judge to help?
Yeah. And how about this? What if the response was, I also don't know anyone, you've never judged a judge. And I've done that thousands of times. What if you responded with that? I don't think that you need to know how to, I mean, I think maybe it might change your perspective some or add to it, but why it doesn't, I've never worn a dress, but I'm fucking completely qualified to judge how your titties look in them. I mean, like completely qualified. So I don't.
Is there a sliding scale or what do you got here?
No, they all look good in the dress. I'm just saying, like it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me that I can understand if they're like, hey, you're an asshole. Maybe if you judge, you'd be a little nicer. Instead of calling people idiots, you just call them, hey, you shouldn't judge anymore. Maybe you change your tone. But I don't think it makes you any more or less qualified in the information you're going to give.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I think it's you're seeing the rep, you're seeing the same thing the judges, and then you're making the call and making a video about it. So I don't know.
It's like this. Oh, and this one's really going to piss people off. You're not going to like this, Hiller. Sorry, but it's like when people tell me all the time, well, abortion should be legal. What if someone gets raped? Okay, so if you get raped, now we justify killing a baby. Okay, like I don't care what your justification is. I'm pro-choice, by the way, but but I'm not in the business of justifying killing babies, whether it was rape or incest.
Why do you say that? I would hate that.
Because I don't think you like politics and that stuff. I don't like to drag you down there, but it's always on my mind.
Hey, I got an opinion just like everybody. You want it?
Oh yeah, please.
All right. Are you sure?
Yeah. Are you sure?
I don't give a shit. Am I the guy who gives a shit? He's trying to pigeonhole me.
No, I am pigeonholing you.
I've had this opinion.
Did you get in trouble for not knowing who Nancy Pelosi is?
No.
Oh, darn it. Okay, go ahead.
I'm the rep
follow
guy.
Her. Hey, if you want some good investment advice, just follow her index, the Pelosi index.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? I think I know where you're going to that one.
Yep.
My opinion of I'm pro-choice, which means that you should be able to do whatever you want, right? I mean,
me too.
Yes. Yeah. And that goes very much against a lot of the people who I know who are very religious. Is that also correct? Like usually if you're super religious, if you're pro-life, I've always thought like let's say you're pregnant and then you're in a very bad place in your life. Let's say you can't support yourself financially. Let's say that you're surrounded by all the drugs, and let's say you're in a not so great area and maybe you don't have a husband or someone to help you bring the baby up.
It sounds like you're going to have a rapper as a kid.
Let's say there's no end in sight and you're in a bad place mentally. It's like, I can't bring up a baby in this. And that's like, you don't want to have the kid, and that should be your choice. So it makes you pro-choice. That's always been the way that I look at it. And I know that there's different avenues everywhere, and people are going to say, well, what about this? I'm like, well, fuck you. That's what I think. And I'm also not a freaking woman. So like, I don't know, like shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that matters. How the fuck does that matter?
Well,
you're not a rep either, but you judge reps.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring that.
You're not. Listen,
Linda.
Listening to Seven.
It's not about women's rights or men's rights. It's about human rights. It's about letting people decide what they want to do with their own fucking body. But I don't think you have to justify killing a baby just because you think it's okay for women to kill a baby or a fetus or a zygote or however you guys want to do it.
You
don't have to justify it. You can just say shit and just like, yeah, it's fucked up. But
you walk around Disney World and you see a bunch of people who are overweight. What do you think?
That's an understatement. They're fat as fuck, but go on.
What do you think, though?
I start to think like, holy fuck, they just used 5 fucking cups to drink their 5 Diet Cokes in the last hour, and I haven't fucking drank one, and I have to be worried about climate change and being green, and they're using more gas on the fucking airplane. And how come my medical insurance prices have gone up when these people are fucking being complicit and fucking injuring themselves? That's what I think.
All right. Well, what I think is, I think we knew what you thought, right? I agree. What I think is, if I see someone who's extremely overweight, I hope that they at least have the ability to make that choice.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, like, you look at this person.
Yes.
I've got a friend who's been living a lifelong like struggle of losing weight, and yet I'll have a conversation with him, what seems like quarterly, about what he needs to do. And while he's doing this, he's also throwing down a bag of Skittles. And I was like, dude, stop it. Then I get frustrated. Then I like take to the internet and like rage about certain things. But it's only because that guy now has the choice to not be doing that thing, which is just another choice thing. So like if you walk around Disney World, like I hope that person knows what they're doing. And if not, then that sucks. This is why we do what we do. We want to try to educate everybody about it. So if you're pro-choice, pro-life, it's like, hopefully at least you know what you're talking about when you say those things.
There's a lot of responsibility that I just want people to take responsibility. Hey, if you're going to eat 12 bags of Skittles a day, with that comes a responsibility that I don't want to put on me. If you're a woman and you end up aborting your baby, that's a lot of responsibility now on yourself. And there is a very good chance it's going to be something in your brain for the rest of your life. The same thing if you smoked nicotine or cigarettes, it's going to stick with you your whole fucking life. And I also don't think that people need to justify what's happening. Is people are lying to themselves and making up narratives that justify killing a baby. I think that's a very bad headspace to be in. I don't think you ever want to justify. I don't think you ever want to justify it.
I think you and I share the opinion that as long as you are understanding of the consequences and you're not going to make somebody else do something for you because of what you've done, carry on. Right?
Thank you, Andrew Hiller.
Like if the Liver King's taking steroids and he dies at 48 from a heart attack, it's like, well, at least we hope that he knew that was coming.
I hope that $99 million he's got was good.
Or let's say he has a heart attack and all of a sudden he has like all these people now needing to help him and he's like, oh, I don't know why this is happening. Then you're pissed. You're like, what do you mean? You didn't know that was going to happen. There's always two ways to do everything. And I don't think that anybody should be telling most people what to do ever. But also, if you don't want to be told what to do, be ready to not expect their help later.
Right.
True.
Right.
All right, there you go. There's my 2 cents worth on your whole thing, which you thought I was afraid of.
I didn't think you were afraid.
You were just waiting for me to open up.
Thought you didn't know who Nancy Pelosi was. Sevon, when are you going to have Athena back on soon? I'm waiting another month or two. I'm super excited about her seminar, Scaled Nation, that she's been putting on. I want her to get a few runs in so that we have more to talk about and I can ask her about it. And yeah, I want to help push the shit out of that. There's always links to it in my newsletter. Mr. Hiller, thank you for your time.
Of course. This one was shorter than last week, 10 minutes.
Oh, awesome. I know we didn't get to all the videos, but I think we covered a lot of ground.
I had 9 minutes to go. I got to be done in 9 minutes, so this is good.
What are you doing?
I got to go train a client.
Is he cute?
Sundays at noon.
Is he cute?
You might think so.
Yeah.